Hey, Drew, you killed this shit.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This is In the Four Corners of Wrestling. I am your host, Marshall, Mr. Soulman Simmons. That's right, I'm back. And I'm back with my boy, Quabo, in the blue corner by way of Silver Spring in D.C. What's happening, Quabo?
Quabo. What's going on, Soul Man?
Hey, not much, man. Chilling, man. You know what I mean? Cooling, loving life, man. How you been? How's your week been?
Doing the same, man. Loving every day. Living it like it's another one, you know?
I know that's right, man. I know that's right. And I called him out. Quavo, I called him out, Quavo. You done showed up, Quavo.
That's right. I knew it.
That's right. We got him. You know what I mean? We lost 2 jabronis because they was talking about my pizza and ketchup. You know what I'm saying? And I bought in a gold diamond studded, you know what I mean? All the way from Hollywood. You know him, baby. Let me hear you come as a love guru. Can I get a shot? Hollywood Mike T.
Hey. Yeah, baby, I'm here now.
What's up, man? How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm just here, blessed, man. Just here, man. Having fun shooting the stuff with you guys, man, and talk about wrestling and stuff like that. You know, just here, man. I'm here to serve the people. I'm here for the people. I'm the people's champ, I guess.
Okay.
I really don't care what any of you people think.
Oh, shit. There he goes. I thought he was trying to keep it clean at first. It was Sunday. He wasn't trying to curse and stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm trying better not to curse, but I just want the people to know that I'm not here for you. I don't care what you think.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
They better be.
Oh, shit. I'm a cut. Well, it is what it is. But before we get started, hey, y'all know what it is. This is 613 Faye Production. So go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And since we live, hey, holler us in the comments section, man. Like, we'd love to hear from you. You know, let us know your thoughts. You know what I mean? And, yeah, we're going to get this thing popping. Y'all ready, fellas?
I'm as ready as
yeah.
I know that's right. Look, I saw that Coming to America too, so I'm feeling, yeah, I'm an Eddie Murphy shit. Yeah, Prince Hakeem. Yeah, Jackie Jofa. All right. Anyway, we starting off with Raw. All right. And I gotta do it. Y'all fellas gonna join me? Let me see if y'all join me. Lashley. My man. All right, so we start off with Drew versus Sheamus. All right, where Drew came off with the win. Nia Jax versus Naomi, where Nia came off with the win. And I thought we was going to see it, fellas. But Miz was bullshitting. You know what I mean? With the stomach cramps and bullshit, you know what I mean? So we skip past. So we got to see the Hurt Business versus Braun Strowman and Adam Pearce, which of course the Hurt Business won. Then you had Damian Priest versus Elias. Damian Priest came away the winner. Then you had more Miz bullshit, where he actually ran. I mean, that man looked like Bolt Hussein when he grabbed that belt and dipped up out of there. He ain't want no parts of Bobby. I was mad at that point. I'm like, okay, they about to shit on my man. I was terrible. Then we had Charlotte and Shayna Baszler, where Charlotte came away from the winner. And then we had Riddle, Lucha House Party versus Retribution, which you already know. Riddle and Lucha House Party came out with the win because Retribution is some trash. Then you have Mustafa Ali versus Riddle, which Mustafa Ali got the win, added on to that heel persona. And then we had the moment. My man, Bobby Lashley versus The Miz in a lumberjack match, since Miz was bullshitting all night. Lashley finally got him, and hey, it was great to see, and did an even better heel move after he won and put him in the Hurt Lock again. Like, boy, don't you play with me. Don't you be playing with my emotions. That's what you get. Congratulations to my man, Bobby Lashley. It's been a long time coming. Fellas, we're going to start with the Gold Diamond Study Corner for the first time out here. Mike T, Hollywood, what did you think about Monday Night Raw?
All I care about is Lashley.
Lashley.
And he deserved it. You know, I'm going to yield a lot of my time to Quabo on this one, but I was thinking about this all weekend and moving forward with the booking of this. Vince, I'm going to tell you something. I've been a long time watcher of your show. If you take this belt off of Lashley anytime soon, there's going to be some problems, bro.
I'm going to riot.
You know, there's going to be some problems. I don't want to see Drew and Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. I want to see Brock.
Yes.
And I want to see him. I want to see Brock do the job for Bobby Lashley. The Mustafa Ali match was entertaining. What else was entertaining on Raw? The Randy Orton segment with Alexa Bliss. You know, I love Alexa Bliss, so that was entertaining. I mean, Raw it wasn't horrible this week, you know, but you know what I could have done without? I could have done without having to wait the whole time for what you call it. Because, see, this is how I would have booked it. I would have booked it as Bobby Lashley wins in the first, well, I guess you do the first hour, you know. He got an hour to wait. So 9 o'clock hour comes, Bobby Lashley wins. Okay. Bobby Lashley goes, and Brock comes out, shakes Bobby Lashley's hand, kind of like a baby face, but just kind of shakes his hand, gives him his props. That's plants the seed. At the end of the night, in between that, I would have had Drew in the back after he beat Sheamus. Where's my goddamn rematch? Where's my rematch? And then Bobby Lashley cuts in and says, hey, man, I'm a fighting champion. I'll give you your rematch tonight. He comes in. He gives him and Bobby fight. Drew fight. Good match. Both of them look strong. And then all of a sudden, Brock Lesnar comes down. F5's Drew McIntyre. Boom. Then comes out, and then F5's Bobby Lashley. So now that plan, and then he's just looking up at the WrestleMania sign. So now you go to Fastlane. Drew's pissed. You go to Fastlane. You get that match, Drew versus Bobby Lashley, and then have somebody. And guess who? I want to throw a twist in there. Guess who causes Drew McIntyre the match at Fastlane?
Who?
If you really want to elevate Drew McIntyre, you can elevate him without the belt. This person, John Cena. So you set up John Cena and Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. You set up Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania, and boom, you kill two birds with one stone. But that's other than that, like I said, Alexa Bliss was great on Raw, as usual. Randy Orton getting the Papa Shango curse again was amazing. Papa Shango curse. Yeah, Papa Shango somewhere around there. I don't know where he's at, but he's somewhere around there. Who else? It was entertaining. Bad Bunny, and we'll get to this later. This is going to be a common theme. Bad Bunny, you've been doing good. I was starting to like you, but you're going to have to step it up now. I feel kind of bad for The Miz because he was just the transitional champion. Because I wanted Bobby to win, but at the same time, I didn't want The Miz to not have a meaningful championship reign. But, you know, it is what it is. He's going to go probably against Bad Bunny at WrestleMania and probably lose.
But he got the show. He don't need the money.
Yeah, I mean, they're not really doing a good job right now of setting up WrestleMania other than that match. Well, as we go more further in the show, there's some other matches that are confirmed, but the rest of the card isn't really confirmed. But, you know, Raw was decent. It wasn't that bad like it has been. It's getting a little bit better. And yeah.
Okay. Quavo. What you think about Monday Night Raw? Lashley won the belt. I know you loved it.
Yeah, and that was also good, but also the storytelling to get to Lashley getting to the belt was interesting too. One thing said that actually said
Seems to be having some problems over there. It's all good. Hey, Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm here.
While Quavo get his stuff together, how long? Remind me again. How long has it been? Lashley been in the game? About 15 years, 15, 18 years, ain't it?
Maybe longer than that. I mean, he's been wrestling for a long time, man. And like I said, he deserves it. He deserved it back in the day, but he definitely deserves it now. And I'm just glad that he fulfilled his prophecy by winning it. Again, it sucks that it.
And shout out to MVP too. I mean to cut you up, but shout out to MVP.
Yes.
Because we were talking about this. It's like that little stint with him and Lana is like a long distant memory. You know what I mean? Like we totally forgot about that until I started seeing the memes of where he was. What was it, a year ago? 2 years ago or something like that?
A year ago, actually.
A year ago. You know what I mean? And hey, from experience, I'm here to tell you a lot can change in a year. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely glad that he got that win. And yeah, definitely a long time coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he deserves it, man. I mean, he deserves it. I can say this, man. I've been watching Bobby Lashley for a long time. You've been watching Bobby Lashley for a long time. The man has always been a solid wrestler. The man has always been someone that is great, and we just, it's just, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's great to see. Of course, something Jay Will used to say on this show a lot was that representation matters, and that was a huge representation for us to see all the love that he got. Ron Simmons, The Rock, Kofi, MVP, and yes, like you said, MVP, man. MVP needs to get. See, they gave out Wrestler of the Year. I guess it was PWI gave out Wrestler of the Year and all these different awards, and MVP didn't get any consideration. I don't even think MVP was up for any of those. But he definitely should have been. If you're gonna say wrestler, I guess wrestler includes in ring, and maybe his in ring hasn't been as strong. But what MVP has done for Sheldon Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, and Bobby Lashley is just remarkable. It's great. So shouts out to the Hurt Business. I didn't have much hope for the Hurt Business at first.
What? I was sold as soon as I seen MVP and just the whole thing. I was like, I want a T-shirt.
Until Cedric came in. When Cedric came in, that's when I said, okay, I know WWE now isn't going to be invested in it. I thought they would just, WWE does this thing when they put in strange factions that don't make sense. 3MB didn't make sense. It just got over. And
New Day at first, it makes sense.
It made, right. Her business made sense. And then when you brought Cedric in, it was like, it's the Black Evolution.
Black Four Horsemen. That's what I saw.
The Black, I say evolution because, you got Sheldon that can play like the Randy Orton role, But matter of fact, Four Horsemen might be better. You're probably right because in Evolution it was Randy and Batista that was the youngins, and Triple H and Rick. So yeah, man, I'm with you. I agree with you. Four Horsemen probably might be more proper. Yeah, man. I think they need to, if they could. I know Ricochet kicking himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Hard.
I know he should.
Hard.
When he had a chance to join, he should have joined.
Yeah.
And
he was getting his ass whooped by Retribution for like a good 2 months. For what though? And it's like he was getting your ass whooped by Retribution all that time for what?
Well, the Hurt Business is the reason why Retribution doesn't make it. No one cares.
Exactly.
The Hurt Business ran through them like it was nothing. And Retribution, that angle, I'm just gonna say it. Either they really thought they had something big, or they've realized very early they didn't have anything big. Because I swear when Retribution first came out, it was like 20 Bamas.
Yeah. They should have kept them a secret. They should have kept them like that. You know what I'm saying? Just 20 Bamas.
Yep.
And, you know what I'm saying, let them come up sporadically and everything. Yep. When they designated Mustafa Ali the leader and everything came, and yeah, that's where they messed it up.
Yep, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Mystique, I think WWE does that a lot with the Mystique. Like, I think because of the success with the Shield, they feel as though they can do that. Like, you know, they can just do that anytime they want to. And to me, it's like, I agree with you 100%. If they would have just definitely just kept them, you know, on the low, nobody knew who they were, and maybe for like a year, they just come out, they just mess up matches. You know what I'm saying? They never have any matches of their own. They didn't sign that WWE, you know.
You had that surprise factor, that fear element, like, oh, they could just sum up at any time. It's not going to be one or two or three guys. It's going to be 25, 50 these months. So whenever you see the light flicker, like, you will see genuine fear in the wrestler's faces, like, oh, shit, where they at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did see something this week. Well, I'll get to it later. Somebody sent me something this week that I'll get to later that kind of bothers me. He's a Raw superstar, but I just wanted to put out the cliffhanger. But yeah, I yield the rest of my time to Jose, man.
All right. Quavo.
Going on,
baby.
Quavo.
Yeah, give me that cheap internet. What you got, baby? What you think about Raw, man?
Yeah, Raw was interesting to watch, man. I enjoyed watching the storyline for Lashley getting the belt. I think closing out with Lashley having the belt was probably the best way they could have closed it out. So it really.
And shout out to Leo Rush, man. Like, he just went straight on Twitter and was Lashley. I was like, that's my dog right there.
And it's about damn time. It's about damn time. Like, fuck. Like, I'll be the one to use the curse words today if nobody wants to. But fuck, man. Been waiting for a minute for Lashley to have some gold, man. Some like real gold. Like, represent the company gold. You know what I mean? And I think this is probably the way to look going in with everyone in the Hurt Business having gold. You have, and I like Hollywood said it earlier, MVP. I see they don't have a trophy or anything like that to I guess acknowledge all the hard work that he's put into enhancing these superstars that probably would have been buried in about a month or so. Now what? They're all gold. They're all champions. They're all representing. And I think that's probably the best way you should have your athletes looking on your company, like on your promotion. They should look like that. They should look like champs. And Shelton Benjamin, definitely a champ. Amazing in the ring. You got Lashley. Come on, dude looks like he's chiseled out of granite.
Like Superman.
Exactly. And then you have Cedric Alexander. Dude is. Have you seen the dude move? Dude can move, man. And the fact that, you know, all at one point they were all getting buried, and now to see them all elevated in a place where they can represent excellence and championship and do it in a really cool way where we can gravitate towards it. I like it, man.
Yeah. I'm also gonna give credit to Miz, man. Miz and Morrison. Well, not to Miz so much, but to Morrison, because Morrison is hilarious. You know what I mean? And I don't think Morrison gets enough credit. You know what I mean? Like, doing the whole stint when Miz was running from Bobby, like, I was so pissed, but at the same time, it was like Morrison brought in that comedy factor. You know what I'm saying? And even when Lashley came and beat Miz down, it was like Morrison was still there trying to console him and shit. You know what I mean? And to your credit to Cedric, like, man, dude is a beast. To me, my personal opinion, he reminds me of a young RVD without the chairs. You know what I mean? Like, the guy can do it all, athletic, you know what I mean? Great athlete, you know what I mean? And I'm glad they didn't go in the way that I thought they was going, because I thought that he was going to be one to break up the Hurt Business. You know what I mean? Because he was like having this little attitude, like a mole, a wrench. Yeah, like kind of throw a wrench in the middle of it. So I'm glad to see that they got rid of that and they formed them together with a nice one tight cohesive unit. And like you said, everybody has gold. Hey, let's get MVP healthy and get some gold around his way.
I think they still might do that with Cedric and Alexander, though. I think that they teased it kind of like how back in the day, or they could be going the other way. You know, you might be 100% right. They might have teased it with Cedric Alexander, and it might be somebody else that comes in and well, not comes in. It might be somebody else that goes babyface or changes from the team. Because remember with the Shield in the beginning, we thought it was going to be Dean Ambrose that turned heel.
That's true.
But it ended up being Seth.
Seth Rollins, yeah.
You know, or maybe they're building Cedric Alexander to be a star, so he can kind of do like The Rock.
Interesting.
Now, people out there, please don't get your panties in a bunch. I am not saying Cedric Alexander is The Rock. I am just saying they could use what the Nation of Domination did similarly with Cedric Alexander. Like, if they believe in Cedric Alexander like it looks like they believe in him, the next step for him would be U.S. title or IC title or something like that. Because like you said, once MVP gets healthy, if he gets healthy, you know, if he's healthy enough to wrestle, then you put those tag belts on Sheldon and MVP. You got Bobby as your champion. You got Cedric as your Intercontinental champion. There's a feud. So, you know, it's some good stuff they could do with them. And, you know, I applaud Quavo because Quavo, he said it, man. MVP, the Hurt Business, they're doing great stuff. Like, we're sitting up here, we're supposed to be talking about Raw, and we have, but the Hurt Business stole the show, man, and that's really what it is.
Yeah, they did, and it was worth it. You know, I one thing that Hollywood said earlier too about Miz's title reign being short lived. Like I feel you on that too, because I feel like he should have definitely had just a little more time with the belt, but at the same time, I can see why they took it away in good fashion. And at the same time, it didn't take away from the luster of him having that Money in the Bank win. You get what I'm saying? So
I agree.
That worked out, and I hope it leads to him getting a rematch too, which would be interesting to watch.
No, I don't want him getting.
But let's be honest. With the career that the Miz has had, does he really need it? You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
yes.
You think so? Nah, I don't think so at this time. I think they have on the right person.
Well, no. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have. I 100% agree with you, Marshall. I think that the right person won. Now, I agree with Jose as well because I believe at this point in time, more people watch Raw than probably going to watch the Fastlane pay-per-view. Because at first when I thought about it, I said, man, damn, it would have been much better if Bobby would have won this at like a pay-per-view. But then I thought about like what Jose just said. Raw probably has more eyes watching them than Fastlane. So cool. But I do agree with I agree with you when you're saying that it doesn't hurt the Miz. But to me, at this point, the Miz, we often say this, and you know, it's going to sound funny for me because I always oppose to this, but I think the Miz deserves better. That's all. I think that he could have went into Fastlane with it, have him, you know, Fastlane is what, at the end of this month? He could have had a little bit longer of a week. He only had a week title reign. Give him a month. He could have lost to that Fastlane. Same reaction. The only difference is I agree with Jose that Raw was the place to do it. Well, what could have worked if they would have did it at Fastlane and Miz cheated, but it was so, you know, obvious that he cheated that Adam Pearce came out and said, hey, we're going to do this rematch on Raw, which is the next day after Fastlane. You would have gotten the same amount of people watching it, and it gave him that.
That would have been ratings gold.
Right. That would have been that to me. That would have been a bigger look for Bobby Lashley. But regardless of the fact, Bobby Lashley deserves it. You know, I just think that the Miz could have been. You know, when I think about somebody that's a champion for a week, I think somebody like Dolph Ziggler. No disrespect. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the Miz, you know, I'm not even going to say what I was about to say just now because I know that people are going to kill me for saying what I was about to say just now.
You just remembered we were live, didn't you?
No. I'm going to go ahead and say it. The way Kofi lost the belt compared to the way Miz lost the belt pisses me off more than the way the Miz lost the belt than the way Kofi lost the belt.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, because The Miz only had it for a week. And The Miz looks like a believable heel champion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want my champion throwing no pancakes.
No pancakes being thrown?
I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want my champion twerking as a man. I don't want him throwing pancakes.
I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things that is the elk of being a champion, and Bobby Lashley fits that. The Miz fits that as a heel champion. So I was kind of disappointed, a little bit, because I wanted to see where they was going to go with The Miz. Because, The Miz is a great talker.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to
and
see.
And it definitely brought the ratings in with how they did that, with him being, the talker he is, and with his antics. You know what I mean? Because think about it, they pushed it back 2 times. So they're like, oh, we're going to have it at the top of the hour. You know what I mean? So everybody tuned in. And then what they do, they flip the script. Oh, it's going to be at the top of the hour. You know what I mean? With, everybody, Bobby Lashley and Miz is going to be fighting. So think about how many more people have bought in. But to your point, yeah, they would have did that after the pay-per-view. You have bought in a whole lot more.
Right. That's all. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. I think what you just said was the thinking. If we do it every hour, we could get more people to do, to view in. But I think that the attention span of people nowadays, if you're not a wrestling fan, you were not waiting until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't care that much anyway. You just wanted to see the quick, I remember Bobby Lashley. Let me see if he wins.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kept making them wait, then they probably turned off. If you would have did it after the pay-per-view, oh man, Bobby Lashley got screwed last night, but he's going to get his chance tonight. You know what I'm saying? If you would have did the exact same thing that you did this Monday, the night after the pay-per-view, people would have been more, into it. But,
people would have created even more of a I guess, hyped up pop. The anticipation would have been ridiculous.
Correct. But, either way, Bobby has the championship, and, it's great.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
So, fellas, how would you rate the show? Give me a rating. Quabo.
Raw this week, actually, it definitely was a B. It was missing something, but it was definitely a B.
Scale of 1 to 10, that would be like a 7 or 8 in your book?
Like an 8.5, bro. It's like an 8.5.
Okay.
That's damn near
9. Okay, Hollywood. What you giving Raw this week?
I'm not going to go as far as him and say it's an 8.5. 7.5, maybe 7. Again, Bobby Lashley was the highlight. From a watching standpoint, like I said, man, and I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. The making me wait for that shit was, I'm sorry, that shit kind of took away from it. I would give it to Quavo. He would be right if they didn't make me wait. If he would have won in that first hour, then I'd have been. It would have 10. I'd have said 10 just to say it, but yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 as well. You know what I'm saying? I love Lashley winning. And whenever, Nia Jax is on the show and Naomi, I love that. I love them. Moving on. Next show that we had that week was Impact. All right. And I ain't gonna sit here and hold you, you know what I'm saying? Impact. It's not, I can honestly say Impact's not for me and I think we've had discussions about Impact until they get some fans, man. And them trying to pump noise into the crowd. Quavo, I know, you're like our resident Impact man. And how do you get past the no noise and the hollow? How do you get past it? And what are your thoughts on Impact? You know what I mean? Because my man Crazy Steve and Rosemary was out there. I fucks with Crazy Steve. So they was out there with Black Taurus. You know what I mean? And Black Taurus, one of the guys, I think it was Ace Austin versus Chris Bay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was, hold on, who was it? It was Ace Austin, Chris Bay
and Black Taurus.
Yeah. And then who was ringside? I think it was
Rosemary, Crazy Steve.
Madman Fulton.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was definitely interesting to watch.
Yeah, okay. Then you had, help me with these names now. If I fuck them up, let me know. You had Tennille Dashwood versus Havoc.
Yeah, you got that. Spot on.
Okay. Then I did catch the Sami Callihan, I guess we'll call it segment in the training facility. Where he like was whooping at everybody, and then how you gonna try to chop the old man head off? I mean, come here with that shit, man. Come on. And then as usual, your man Tony Khan shows up. You know what I'm saying? And he said some interesting things. You know what I'm saying? That part did my Scooby-Doo ears perked up. I was like, whoop. Or us against them. New Japan is one of us.
Them against us against them. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? One of us. Okay. And then you had Rick Swan. You know what I'm saying? They had his package. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm like, now I know if Pipe Bomb was here, he'd be bringing up Moose. You know what I'm saying? Because they got that pay-per-view coming up at Sacrifice, that match. I don't think that Swan is going to survive. Then you had Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. And it was refreshing. You know what? I like seeing Zack Ryder. Pardon me.
So, hey,
Matt Cardona.
He's Matt
Cardona. You know what I'm saying? I did that for fun because some people might not know that Matt Cardona is Zack Ryder and that Zack Ryder is Matt Cardona, but they're one and the same. And he's on Impact. All right. And that match was, I didn't. Okay, so you're going to put something in your elbow pad right in front of the ref and then clothesline him and then act like it didn't happen and then get mad. I mean, you're already wrestling with an eye patch on. So, like, we're already feeling sorry for you. But then you go and cheat. So, anyway, I was trying to be funny there. It didn't work. Then you had Deanna, what's her name? Purrazzo? Versus Kara
It's so
Hogan.
hard to say her name. It's so her name I butcher all the time.
All right.
I just call her Deanna, bro.
Deanna, okay. I'm about to say we got BD in WWE and DP in Impact. All right. And then she was going against Kiera Hogan and Jordan Grace.
Yeah. And that was actually a decent match.
Yeah. Now one person I do know, and I loved her to death. She got no ODB showed up. ODB. And she's still grabbing them booties. You know what I'm saying?
Still one dirty broad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for real, I was like, is one gonna pop out? Is one gonna, she out there with no sports bra on, white beater, getting it.
Stubble in the armpit. Yo, I'm telling you, that is one dirty broad, bro.
No deodorant. By herself. Just came from drinking a beer, smoking a cigarette. Sandman's her brother. Getting it in.
Sandman's her brother.
So, what was your thoughts on Impact, man? What was your thoughts on Impact?
Oh, man, yo, that shit is wild.
Say, dog. You look like some nigga Sandman, dog.
Sometimes I forget we're live, but okay, yeah, let's get it. X Division contendership match. Look, it was fast paced, good storytelling. I hated seeing Black Taurus lose, but at the same time, seeing how they made the storyline work, having Ace Austin win, having Madman help him out, seeing Chris Bay get betrayed and then lose the match. It was decent in my eyes, and it's a decent way to lead up the number one contender going into Sacrifice. So now you got Ace versus TJP, which is not too bad. But like I said, I would have preferred Black Taurus because my man was holding the entire match down. Like he worked everything. But at the same time, they made the storyline work out, and it worked out pretty nicely. Tennille versus Havoc. Tennille gave Havoc that work, bro. Like she gave.
I missed that one.
Work. She was aggressive too, and that's one thing, seeing I guess a smaller competitor take on a bigger competitor and actually like give them the business. I liked it. But I didn't like having Caleb get involved to make it like be extra. I feel like that's just pointless. And then having them kind of get like Havoc reunite with Nevaeh so they can go against Caleb and Tennille. I know that they probably did that to fill up the match cards in Sacrifice, but personally, I feel like that's a match that I don't want to see. You get what I'm saying? Like that's a filler match that is just I don't need to see it. It can be somewhere else. But let's keep going. 8-man tag with Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows.
No, I forgot about that one. The Good Brothers and Finn Juice.
Dude, it looks like we've done old school and new school shows. I think in one of our old school shows we had Blobs versus Blobs versus Blobs versus Blobs in tag team in tag team form. So it just looked like a big hot mess of bodies just moving. But in
that
this match,
was terrible.
Oh, I know, dude.
That ending was so.
And see, this is the thing that I'm like, the expectation for an 8-man tag is so much higher, and I can tell where they messed up, and it's like your angle was wrong. You guys went in the completely opposite direction. You should have zigged when you should have zagged, and in this moment, you could have actually made Triple XL and Reno Scum look a little better, elevate the tag team division
a little better, a lot better. They made them look like some trash. Like they had them in their finisher. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't watched Impact, right? This is my problem with Impact. Like Jose is going in Hollywood. I'll come to you after Jose, but I gotta let the people know. Hollywood, you said it perfectly a while back. We have to tell the truth to the people. We are for the people. All right, we are the people. I love the people. Therefore, I can't lie to the people.
We the people.
So people. This is what happened in this match and why I have a problem with Impact. And then Jose, Quabo, my man, you can come back in. You got at the finish. These guys have a grown-ass man on their shoulders and they are jaw-jacking to their tag team partners who, I mean, they have beef with them, but they're jaw-jacking to. And the guy is being held on their shoulders for at least like 3 minutes or something like that while they're jaw-jacking to the other corner. Then after the 3 minutes of them jaw-jacking to their partners in the corner, they just drop the guy and continue to jaw-jack. The guy goes and tries to roll up pin, and the guy kicks out, and then they finally put him in the finisher. So you're telling me that is... Quabo, please.
I tell you, bro, the nonsense don't make sense, bro. It's just
am I lying though, Quabo?
Horrible squash match, and it's like you made your other tag teams like their careers are short lived. That's it. That's enough for them. And why would you do that? You could have escalated the feud. You could have had Doc Gallows and Carl betray Finn Juice. Have Triple XL and Reno Scum win. Exactly. Betray them, walk out, make this feud worse. Yeah. Put like I don't know. It doesn't make sense, bro. It just doesn't make sense. And you guys showed how those two, Finn Juice and Good Brothers, work together as a stable. So you could have seen them like kind of building some friendship, and then out of nowhere, bam. Good Brothers screw you over because you don't trust the Good Brothers because why? They're the champs, and the champs keep their gold. They do whatever it takes.
And that makes sense. And that makes sense.
But yeah, that was that 8-man tag that went horribly awry. And I'm giving that a C because it's fuck that. I'm giving it a D, bro. That could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot better. Especially you made my big guy Ace Austin look bad, dude. You saw how I think in one moment a commentator was like he was like, I don't remember which commentator, but he was like, you can't let Ace Austin get back up to his feet. And then the moment he said that, boom, Ace Austin's back up on his feet and taking down, I think it was either Finn or Juice, one of the two. But I was like, there you go. Now you're making your other teams look better. You need to do that.
I think it was D-Lo. I could be wrong. It might have been D-Lo.
Could have been. It most likely was. And the impromptu triple threat match, I think that's why it was gold, because they made it seem like it was impromptu. Jordan Grace versus Deanna was originally how it was set up, and then you have Kiera Hogan coming in. By far, I love watching knockouts. The match alone was decent enough to watch, but seeing Jordan Grace, like, I expected a Grace driver, but seeing Deanna come out with the win, and then having ODB come out and, like, you know, just show the knockouts the ODB way to be a knockout it's just entertaining, man. I enjoyed it, but yeah.
Okay.
And the Eddie Edwards joke, like Matt Cardona, and this is why I like seeing Matt Cardona in Impact, because he's able to, like, show more of his Zack Ryder style.
Shit the WWE wouldn't let him do,
exactly.
Or shit he didn't do.
And he in this match, he wasn't even wrestling, and still people liked him out of the three names that were on the card. Yeah. I liked him more than out of three names on the card, and I was like, definitely worth it. And having him story tell, I was like, dude, no, and no way I'm gonna do that. And he's like, come on, man, you're my friend. Are you serious? Like, yeah, that's perfect. Build that feud, build the drama, escalate that shit, you know?
And I understand Rick Swann is the champ now, but I'm telling you, I see them putting the gold on him. I see Matt Cardona. I see them putting the gold on him. You know what I mean? Hollywood, what are your thoughts on Impact? What do you think about Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder being over at Impact? He's been over there for a while now.
Boo,
you know what I'm saying?
Boo, you blew it. That's what I got to say about that, okay, listen. All right. While you guys
come on with it.
A tangent about Impact Wrestling, this is what I want the fans to know what I did. So I took my headphones off and I put the speaker on. I washed my dishes. I seasoned the steak. I just started writing different notes. You know, I wrote a chapter of a book. I did a whole bunch of stuff while you guys were talking, because it sounded like y'all were talking another whole language of what y'all were just talking about Impact just now. I didn't understand nothing that was going on. I don't know who any of these people are. Okay, so listen. I was the one that told the crew to watch Impact. And I just wanted to say to everyone that's ever been on this podcast, Rel, Colin, J. Will, Quabo, Marshall, I apologize. I shouldn't have made you guys watch this.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm going to say this much, and I'm going to address the marks out there that get mad at us, and they say that we're WWE stands and this, that, and the third. Okay. First of all, again,
before you get started, I don't mean to cut you off. Before you get started,
go ahead.
Notice how I started with my problem with Impact is.
Oh yeah. No.
You know what I'm saying? So
you've always been pretty fair when it comes to Impact on this show, and I'm the new guy on the show, so I just have to set the trend and just let you guys know this. I'm going to watch Impact because it's my obligation to this podcast, but I don't enjoy it. I'm just going to be honest. And it has nothing to do with me liking WWE at all. And people, please stop saying that. Impact is just bad. You know, Quabo comes up with it and he likes it. And, you know, I'm not going to take shots at Quabo like usually people do. I'll wait till like week 4 or something like that. Then I'll start taking shots at Quabo. Right now, I'm not going to take any shots at Quabo. I get it. Quabo likes it. You know, he always says that he's new school. So when he came in, TNA was something, you know? So I get it for him. For me, and I guess I speak for Marshall as well, I can't watch it. It's bad. It's horrible. It's terrible. It's what month are we in right now?
Is March?
It's March. It's Barch. It's horrible. I cannot watch it.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. That's all I really have to say about Impact. Now, I'm going to watch the pay-per-view now. I will say this.
Sacrifice.
I do think that Moose and Rich Swann is going to be a good match, but I think that Kenny Omega is going to come in and interfere in that match, and he's going to keep Rich Swann as the champion. I don't think Kenny Omega, from a storyline perspective or a real man-to-man perspective, wants any parts of Moose. Okay? And if he is going to be the guy that if they do if he's the heel guy that comes into Impact, and he's going to be the guy that what's it called, that has the belt, that because Kenny's supposed to be going on this belt quest where he's taking all the belts. So if he does beat the Impact champion, it will hurt Moose more than it will hurt Rich Swann. So I think they keep Rich Swann with the belt. But other than this, man, Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, whatever you want to call him, woo, you know that, whatever. It's bad. The Good Brothers, it just looks like they left WWE because they couldn't drink beer on camera.
Right? They look like two truckers that they gave the tag team belts to.
It's like, what? I don't get it. Their New Japan work is way better.
Way better.
It's way better.
I've seen that. Bring that New Japan shit to Impact. Fuck that holding the nigga up for 5 minutes, jaw jacket to your corner. That fucking shit blew me, bro. Like, come on, man.
I don't get it. Impact, you know what I'm saying? It was a dud for me this week. Can we please move on? Please.
Yeah.
Impact,
what's your rating? Give me your rating right quick, then.
Why
-2.
For a rating?
Because I want to hear it so I can laugh.
Oh man. Impact was a negative botch, which is like the opposite of a double bogey. It's like a double bogey, and if you play golf, it's like a double bogey. It's like missing 2 free throws if you play basketball. It's like throwing an interception on the 1-yard line in football. If you play hockey, it's like going offsides 5 times in a row. Baseball,
it's just like soccer. It's like kicking a goal in your own goal.
Like you play baseball, it's like throwing it. It's like the bases are loaded and you hit a base hit. You hit a base hit into a triple play. like that's what Impact was. Impact was horrible. I know Jose gave it a D, but I'm gonna give it a triple botchamania. And that's how I'm gonna do that. It was horrible. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Please move on. I think
Quavo. I want to hear Quavo's rating. I want to hear Quavo's rating. Entertain me, Quavo.
I think I wasted 13
I gave it a C.
A C? You gave it a C?
I gave it a C.
A C?
Yeah, that exhibition match was worth watching.
You need to see a drug test, and you need it because
you need an eye doctor.
You need to see a doctor. You need to see a mental health person. You need to see a lot. Listen, oh man, Quavo, please. I said I'm going to give you to the 4th week, man. Please.
Oh
please
man.
Don't do this to me. A C.
Oh my God! And this is why I do it. I do it for the fans.
Yeah, I gave it a C for Colin.
That's good. That's a good one. Way to redeem yourself. If I can give you a fist bump right now, bro, I will give you a fist bump and a hug.
Virtual fist bumps. Oh man. Okay.
Cool,
move it. Oh man. All right, move it on. Oh, okay. So the next show we had was NXT. All right. And because I was watching another show, I ain't gonna sit here and hold you guys. I didn't catch this, but I did do my research and watch some clips on NXT, and we're gonna get into that now. So you had the tag champs, and Hollywood, I believe NXT is your baby. So you helped me out if I mess anybody's name up on here, all right? So we had the NXT champs. We had, who is this? Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Yes.
Versus Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher.
Tommaso Ciampa.
My bad. Yeah, I fucked with Tommaso, man. He's mean with it.
Tommaso is a great NXT vet. Like, he's someone, I mean, I know that you was going through the list, but I just want to say this quick. I hope he never leaves NXT.
Yeah. I've seen his matches. He is nice with it. He's one of those guys, and I think we had this conversation before, him, Adam Cole, and like some other guys. If they go to the main roster, it's not going to do them no justice. They need to stay right there at NXT.
It was a time when Tommaso was and of course PWI is whatever, they give their bullshit ratings. And we're going to do a In the Four Corners next year. We're going to do it In the Four Corners Awards. But I'm going to be honest, man. Tommaso at one point in time was the best heel in the game. And that's
had the look, everything.
Everything. I mean, the attitude, everything. Even when he turned heel, yeah, man, he's just great. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
All right. Then after that, we had Finn Balor confronting Roderick Strong. And you had this, I guess, was like a throwback to Team Hell No with Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano in Therapy. Then you had my boo, Ember Moon versus, correct me now, Hollywood, Aaliyah?
Who? Say it again?
Aaliyah?
I think that's how you.
Who's that the Ember Moon win against? Who the Ember Moon face?
I believe that's how you pronounce her name.
Aaliyah, okay.
Yep.
And then you had the controversial match, right? Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, the fucking tag team champs, versus this Quavo girl, Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota
He's getting
Kai.
better, guys. He's getting better, guys.
All right. And then you had Cameron Grimes versus Bronson Reed. And the Breezango match with Everrise, that never happened because they basically got their ass whooped by Legado del Fantasma. And then you had the main event, Finn Balor versus Roderick Strong. All right. So, Hollywood, what you think about NXT, man? What's going on over there?
I'm going to jump into the Raquel Gonzalez and their tag match. I'm going to jump straight into that. I wish they would have won. They would have won. That would have put some people going to think this is crazy for me to say this, but it would have put some legitimacy on the women's tag team championships, because as weird as this sounds, the women's tag team division is better in NXT, even though they don't really have women tag teams. Kind of like how Raw and SmackDown don't have real tag teams either. The only one that was a tag champion that two that made sense was Bayley and Sasha Banks, of course, because they're best friends, and Asuka and Kairi Sane. Everyone else, and when the Iconics held it, of course, but Raquel and just Dakota Kai, those two have been, they've been buddy, kind of like Shawn Michaels, Diesel, the heel version for a while now. So I think that they could have picked up the win, but there are rumors that because NXT might be getting another show soon, that they're going to be having a women's tag team titles in NXT as well. So hopefully, they get to pick that up. I think it was a wasted Dusty Cup winner because they didn't win. Usually when the Dusty Cup, they shoot those teams to the moon. Of course, Finn is Finn. Finn is great. Finn is one of the greatest of this era. He's doing his thing. I'm glad to see him down at NXT, striving and just doing his thing. One thing I will say that I agree with you about it, like keeping a lot of people down there. Roderick Strong, the whole Undisputed Era, stay in NXT, please. Even if you guys never get back together, stay in NXT. I love Kyle O'Reilly. I love Bobby Fish. I love them from their time in Ring of Honor as Red Dragon. What other matches? Cameron Grimes, he's a stud. He's a stud. The Tommaso Ciampa, of course, like I said with Tommaso, I don't think Tommaso is a heel though, because Ole Loken right now. I don't put it this way. I love whenever I see Tommaso and those guys, Danny Burch and Ole Loken wrestle, because they're real hard hitters. They're stiff. Their moves are super believable, but I hate watching Tommaso as a babyface. Him as a heel is really nothing. Like I said, man, if you didn't watch NXT during that time period, it was a great time period for heel wrestling, heel and babyface wrestling, because it was a big, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. It was a big feud. So if you missed out on that, then you missed out on some greatness. But it was a good, solid match. Hard hitting. And yeah, man, NXT this week for me was a solid show. I've seen better, but I've pretty much been an NXT fan. Like I've been always telling people from jump, NXT. At first it was a developmental place. Now they're their own set brand. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from them. And yeah, man, the next takeover, yeah, man. So yeah.
Okay. like the fact that Ember Moon went back. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Like when they brought her to the main joint, it was like I like seeing her on the main roster, but it wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you put me on the NXT, and it was like certain cats like her, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing them on there, even Roman Reigns, before they came to the main roster. You know what I mean? And some of them transitioned, and it worked, and then some it was like, nah, it really didn't work. Bayley, for example.
Well, her problem.
When Bayley brought that same persona to the main roster, I didn't like it. But this Bayley we getting now, I love it. You know what I mean? So with Ember Moon, it's like the opposite. Like I'm loving.
Amber, my bad, I don't want to cut you off, but with Amber, she got hurt.
Yeah.
They was pushing her. And she got hurt for a long time, and then she went to the show with Punk and Paige and what's Renee and Booker T, the backstage show. She was on that for a long time. So for her to come back at NXT, I give you I agree with you. It redid her career. It made it, you know. I don't like the look, but I'm glad that she's striving in NXT. But yeah, I think with and you know, sometimes we had this conversation as well off camera. I think that a lot of times with the NXT guys that they do bring up, they get lost in the sauce. Because their character in NXT doesn't fit with the main roster. Exactly. But I do think that we do give WWE, we don't give them enough credit for the ones that do work. I mean, Shield, Wyatt family, Finn. People forget that Finn is the first Universal Champion ever.
Yep. He just got hurt. Ironically, against Seth Rollins.
They pushed him. They pushed him to the moon. Remember, he hadn't had a match before that SummerSlam. Didn't he get called up like right then and there?
Yeah, he got called up.
And that was his first.
I think we had like our first demon match right after that.
Right, that was the first demon match. Matter of fact, he did have a few matches before then, and because he won the number one contender match, I believe, to get to that point. But they pushed him to the moon. If he doesn't get hurt, then
he's still there.
We might not see Brock. You know, so I think that we don't give him enough credit to say when it works for the NXT stars. I mean, of course you got your Sami Zayns. I personally don't think Sami Zayn is a main event star, but again, let me digress to Quavo because I'm on a tangent.
It's all good, man. I feel the same way about Sami Zayn. Quavo, what did you think about the girl Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler? You know what I'm saying? The controversy with that match, man. What you think about that?
And that's a tough ass. Damn.
What the fuck is Adam Pearce doing there? Like I thought Steven Regal was William Regal. I thought Regal was like over NXT. What the fuck is Adam Pearce doing? You know what I'm saying?
Regal's supposed to be.
Yeah, like the hell.
Hey, man. You can't knock it. He's pretty good at in these segments, though.
We're gonna have to address how Adam Pearce just came out of nowhere and became an authority figure, and no one ever explained to us who the hell he is, what the hell he does, what his role is. Like, it's not like a Johnny Laurinaitis when they came out and they told us who he is.
Right.
Like or Teddy Long.
Yeah, or somebody. Like, no one knew who Adam Pearce was. He literally just showed up and just started making matches and telling people what to do, and you're just looking like, wait, what? When did he come from? Like, who's he?
He tried to pull some Kurt shit. I'm like, bro, you ain't.
Nah, it was the reverse. It's the reverse thing for like from Fanny Matters. Remember, the daughter went upstairs and never came back downstairs. Hey, this guy just came out the closet, and we're like, okay, where the fuck did you come from?
No introduction. He not on the credits. Nothing.
You know, one day just pops up. You know what I'm saying? Like we watching WandaVision or some shit. Like, damn. But yeah, man, you gotta talk to the girl, man.
But yeah, no, if you saw that match, it was definitely worth definitely worth taking a look at it. NXT, it was long to watch, bro. It was definitely long. I saw snippets of it. But you know me, man. I'm an Impact guy. I'm an Impact guy. I watch Impact on Tuesdays, you know? I watch Impact on Tuesdays, you know?
NXT's on Wednesdays.
It's on Wednesday.
I know, but I don't want to watch nothing on a Wednesday. Nothing on a Wednesday.
You see that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Quavo was doing like
Is it
he's
Dynamite on Wednesday?
AEW.
Okay.
We're going to find out. That's why he's trying to like keep it sweet and be nice and shit. Fuck that shit, Quavo. Say he's going to cuss. Say, I didn't watch the fucking show.
No, I didn't watch that show. I did not want to watch that show. That shit was exhausting.
All right, so Hollywood, rate the show for us, brother. How would you rate the show?
I'm gonna
give the people a rating.
I'm gonna give NXT. Shit, if Jose gave Impact the C, I might as well give
a B, A plus.
Right, like nah. But seriously, since I have to be me and Marshall have to be the guys on the show that have some sensible thinking when it comes to these ratings, I'm gonna give it a good C plus. It was a good show. I do agree with Quavo though. It was long for an NXT show. So it was the allotted 2 hours that it usually is, but it felt long. It felt like a Raw 3-hour show. So yeah, I agree with Quavo on that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. We all know a boring Raw, man. That drink could feel like forever. Oh my God, like you're still on,
like a Marvel movie.
Bro, oh my God. Speaking of which, I can't wait for that Justice League to drop, man. That junk will be like 4 hours.
Boo, DC Comics.
Hey, I want to see this. I just want to see Superman in the black suit. Yeah, I want to see Rick Havoc. All right, so moving on. All right, this is the show that I was watching on Wednesday. I ain't going to sit here and hold you. All right, because I was invested in my girl, Jay Cargill. Shout out to Jay if you're listening. Jay, I love you. I love you. This is like my little Quagmire segment, giggity gee, giggity goo. Jay Cargill, I love you. All right, so AEW started the show off with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and Red Velvet versus Jay Cargill, I love her, and her tag team partner, Shaquille O'Neal. That's right, Shaquille O'Neal was in wrestling this week. All right, we're going to talk about that in a second, but going down the rest of the card, you had Pac and Ray Phoenix versus John Skyler and D3. You had Tully Blanchard and FTR with J.J. Dillon. That's right, J.J. Dillon versus Jurassic Express. Then you had the man that signed, Paul Wright, also known as The Big Show, showed up, T-shirt on, no more BS. I was like, no more bullshit, but obviously it stands for no more Big Show. Then you had the Women's World Title Eliminator Tournament Finals, who was the United States winner, Nyla Rose, who had Vicky Guerrero in her corner, versus Japan's bracket winner, and y'all correct me if I mess this up, Ryu Misunamu.
You got it right.
And, that's right, okay. And a Hollywood.
Yes.
It started snowing. So you know what that meant, right?
Yeah, change the channel.
It's Sting! He showed up. That was a little bullshit. Ricky Starks came out, interrupted. Then we had a qualifier ladder match in which it was the Dark Order 10 with -1. And don't this little boy got like homeschool or something to do? Like, come on, man. You better get your education up. I need you to go get a degree. You know what I'm saying? So you can heal somebody in the back when they get a concussion or something. Get your little past your bedtime. You out there running around trying to fight people. All right? But yeah, with Dark Order 10.
Somebody in the back that has a concussion. How they gonna heal him?
Yeah. Hey, I'm being funny. He needs to be somewhere else other than ringside is my point. The little boy, how old is he? 8?
Evil Uno, -1.
-1, yeah.
Oh yeah, and he got his shirt off too. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? And he got some studies or something he need to be doing.
I cannot wait till you come to me on this. Come on, man. Get
so he went against Platinum. And then we had the main event where you had Hangman Adam Page, John Silver from the Dark Order versus Money Man Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy tapped back into his $1 Million Man Vince McMahon persona, Money Man Matt, and Mark Quinn from what's the tag team again? Hollywood, Private Party. Is that?
Private Party.
There you go. All right. So that was the card, and Hollywood. Hey, what you think about this show, man? What you think, man?
So look. You know, I'm gonna say this, and I think he's listening, Mr. Pipe Bomb. If you could come back on the show for a little bit, because I want you to come back on the show, so we could do this. Like, we could be a tag team, because we agree about a lot. But then I want to Marty Jannetty your ass. Because every week you come here and you try to say some bullshit about AEW being solid. And we just going to be like this. We gonna no cut cards, no nothing. My man Marshall knows this is the truth. There was no one on this planet outside of AEW that had more faith in AEW in the beginning than me. I thought they was going to be the greatest thing ever. And
me too.
Week after week, I realize that I'm watching. I'm so glad So Fall comes on after this show to pick my spirits back up. Okay? Shaq did a great job. The booking of the match was horrible.
Which is why Bad Bunny, you got to step it up, baby.
Like, I got faith in you,
Shaq
bro.
set that bar up, took a bump through 2 tables with the Bama on top of it.
For real.
Which was a stupid bump. It was a dumb bump if you go back.
It was entertaining.
The booking of the match. Jay Cargill,
I love her.
I give her props, man. She did. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Jade, if you're listening, please stop posing after every move. It's not.
Beat their ass.
Yeah, be aggressive. As your size, your agility, your athleticism, be aggressive. Be aggressive. I don't know what they teach you down at AEW. It sucks. You should have went to the Performance Center first. Because
we love you. I love you.
Yeah, we love you. You did a great job for your first match.
Yes. Yes.
Red Velvet was the best person in the match by far.
Yeah, she did her thing.
Cody Rhodes, I'm so disappointed in you. You took a powerbomb from Shaq, a 300-pound man, and you popped back up like nothing.
After he gave tribute to Brody.
Man.
After he gave tribute to Brody.
Bro, come on, man. Like, that was just stupid booking. The man chops you, and you sold it like it was the worst chop you've ever felt in your life. But the same man powerbombs you, and you pop back up in 3 seconds. No, that shit blew me. Okay, it pissed me off. Moving along. What was the next match of the show, please?
Pac, Ray Phoenix.
Who?
John Scholar. Who? And D3.
Oh yeah. Death Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Quick squash match for the most part. I mean, it was Death Triangle. I'm sorry, Death Triangle. They did what they were supposed to do. I can't wait to see when the third guy comes back. Ray Phoenix is Pentagon, Ray Phoenix, and Pac. I can't wait to see what they do as a stable. At first, I thought they were just thrown together, and they were thrown together a long time ago. But Pac, because of COVID, couldn't come back to the United States. So I'm interested to see how they work together moving forward. They're high flying, but Pac is a little guy that has power. So I'm interested in seeing that. But then you got the most self-centered wrestlers on the planet, the Young Bucks. Okay. After 20 minutes ago, we saw a match where Shaquille O'Neal, the biggest, probably celebrity wrestling figure to ever grace wrestling, took a table spot. You just had to give a table spot, Young Bucks, huh? You just had to, huh? You just had to jump off the stage and be you two beat the whole Inner Circle with help from Brandon Cutler. Oh man.
Moving on.
Did nothing for me. I mean, just the booking. Listen, AEW. This is what I would say. AEW has the talent roster that is great, that can be utilized if they got out of their own way. It's just like WCW at this point, where everybody has creative control over their character, and they just doing dumb stuff. Now, I do think that tonight the Young Bucks are going to lose. They're either going to lose the belts, or they're going to get help from the Good Brothers, or the Good Brothers are going to get in the way, and that's going to set up the Good Brothers versus the Young Bucks. But what was the point of them being there? They need help. Like, the Young Bucks need help to bring out tables. You hear how I got quiet, right?
Crickets. Like, are you serious?
What was the point?
Yep, we're serious.
The booking of AEW is trash. It doesn't make sense half the time. I told y'all what they're going to do with your boy Moxley, and it looks like they're going to do that. I don't see him winning tonight. You know why I don't see him winning?
No, say that for later.
Okay. Got you.
Spoiler alert.
Got you. I yield the rest of my time to Quavo, man, because AEW disappoints me, man. It disappoints me to the point where it's just like, I wish. Oh, Jericho is like, oh my gosh. Jericho does these Monday night. Jericho, the thing is, Jericho,
I knew he had one left in the chamber. I knew you had one left in the chamber, bro.
Yeah. Jericho comes out here doing these Monday Night Raw skits every week with MJF. They just totally suck. So, you know, I yield my time to Quavo, man.
Quavo.
I told you, bro. I told you there was one left in the chamber, bro.
Hey, he's not lying, though, because
he's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying.
Out, like, real live, like, me and him, like, we was talking daily about the joke, and I was on it just for the fact of, like, who they were signing. Like, I wasn't even worried about the Young Bucks because Hollywood put me onto the Young Bucks. But I was like, okay, y'all got Cody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's going to bring the crowd because Cody can get it in. Jericho, I liked Jericho at the time. I didn't see Jericho, but just going off of what I knew about Jericho, it was like, okay, cool. And then I started going down the roster. Oh, y'all got Pop? You know what I'm saying? Neville? Oh, yeah, Neville, that was my dude. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got Sucker.
I'm sorry, I have to cut you off. What the fuck have they done with Hangman Page?
Damn, I knew there was one more. I forgot.
Like, come on, man.
Seeing that?
If you watch New Japan and you watch Ring of Honor, man, and you watched what this what Tamatonga calls it the bootleg club. With this club, the Elite is their name, but what they've done with themselves, they've taken themselves down. They were bigger when they weren't in AEW. All of them, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Cody is a big name, regardless. But other Hangman Page, I don't even know who Hangman Page is anymore. I'm sorry, I got one more bullet. Sting, retire, please. Please. What are you doing?
You go get another clip? What the fuck?
Hold on, say that clip later. I'm gonna let you unload them around.
Go ahead, man. Do your thing,
all right,
man.
Quavo. Come on, Quavo.
No, he's right. He's right. Yeah. Look, AEW, you have so much improvement. Like, so much improvement that you got to do. So much. Yeah, you guys get lucky, and this is why I feel like All Elite has a chance, but at the same time, you ruin your own chance by getting in your own way. And I unfortunately have to agree with Hollywood there. The Jurassic Express versus FTR and Tully Blanchard, albeit weird concept. However, the person that actually shined in this scenario was Tully.
Dog.
Tully, I was like, Tully is the motherfucking man, bro.
I was loving that shit, dog.
Hold on, Quavo. Bang, bang, bang. I got some more bullets in my damn gun. What the fuck? What is that, man? Come on. Tully Blanchard is the shining wizard of the whole match.
And that's ridiculous.
Right. He did not sell for Marco's stuff at all, and man, I love that shit.
I was about to say that you put me onto that this week, man. I'm sorry, Jose. I'm sorry I cut you off, bro. I promise you. When you just said it, you see, when it comes to bad wrestling, I try to take that shit out of my mind. So when you just mentioned Tully, I said, oh, man, I forgot all about that shit. Yo, Marco Stunt, please. Go to circus or some shit. Please, dog. Oh, shit. Hey, Marco, I got a job for you. I'm going to tell you about it later. All right?
if you're gonna turn up, stay tuned. I'm gonna tell you about the job I got for you later.
613 or some shit.
All right, Quavo. What did you think of that? Shit was funny as shit, man. What do you think about Big Show showing up too, along with Tully being the best worker in that match?
Yo, my goodness.
Again, my gun is going off. Big Show, retire. We don't want to see you anymore.
Oh man. Oh shit.
This is hilarious. This is actually more entertaining than AEW's episode this week.
Hey, after the first couple of matches, I was done, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man.
My God.
I was like really done after I saw my boo Jay. You know what I mean?
I feel like they should have left that shit at the end. They should have definitely left that shit at the end.
Because I had to go take a shower. I had to go get some water. I had to go get something to eat. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And see, they just, oh my goodness, I don't know what they're on, bro. Because see that downhill from there, bro, and it's just like, why? We've been waiting for that specifically. You gonna put it at the beginning?
That should have been the main event.
That should have been the main event.
While I was there, their booking, that should have been the main event.
Hey, you should have put Chris Jericho and Young Bucks bullshit. Put all of that in the beginning. We always expect you to give us some random crap.
Yeah, put -1 in the beginning of the show so he can take his little ass to bed.
For real, facts. Be like, and now he's going to sleep. You know, like, aren't you supposed to be on a Zoom or something? I don't know.
No bullets for -1. I kind of like him.
I mean, I like him too, but come on, man. Come on.
Well,
when is enough enough?
Who doesn't like -1? That'd be messed up. Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
And when is enough enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, bring him out every now and then. But he ain't got to be out there every week.
Yeah, but they can use him better, man. I mean, I don't know.
Like the birthday segment, I ain't gonna lie. When they did the birthday
segment
a couple weeks back,
they can use him better in ways that, like, first of all,
that little boy any more than what the hell they doing, I'm not watching no more.
No, it's because that's what I'm telling you. They're overusing him. That's what I'm telling you. Like, they could use him better. They're overusing him in ways that, like,
just cut back. That's all you got to do. Just cut back. That's it. Yeah, and it's fixed. The birthday joke was hilarious. I love the birthday segment.
Quavo said the perfect thing. They're overusing him. They are overusing him. Like, he's coming out for matches that has nothing to do with him. I think he should be
absolutely
like a
nothing.
Figure because
he should have him in the segment, throwing papers at people.
Have him in like his little office. Give him his own little office. Give him a little suit. You know what I'm saying? Keep his mask on. Give him like a little office, and he's sitting in a big ass chair.
Well, they do that on Being the Elite, but we don't talk about that on this show. So, they do that on Being the Elite. So, but I do agree with Quavo. You know what? One of the things I'm working on is before I respond, and I'm taking the communications class, people out there, that you got to listen to the person before you respond. And I'm listening to Quavo. Quavo was right, man. I think they're overusing him. And my bad. I yield the rest of my time to Quavo. I'm my bad again. I don't have no bullets. I just had to let y'all know. I have no bullets for -1, but I still got some bullets left.
I'm gonna give you. There's one more bullet. I'm gonna set it up. Let me set up the target.
Go ahead, Quavo.
Look,
in the range.
MJF and Chris Jericho need to take them titles away from the Young Bucks.
All right, we're gonna say that for later. We're gonna say that for later. All right. So with that being said, what are you gonna rate the show, Quavo?
Oh no, this show was a C, bro. This was definitely a C.
C? So give me a number. See that?
And it was only a C. It was only a C because Jade and Shaq were on there, and Shaq did good.
Yeah, Shaq did great. So give me a number.
Yeah, this is like 4. A 6, bro. This is a 6. Yeah.
Hollywood.
I'm gonna go with Quavo. I'm gonna agree. 6.
6.
I'm gonna give it a 6 because the Shaq was the shining wizard of the show. So yeah.
Yeah, because having Big Show on there actually took away from the show for me.
Having everything after Shaq took away from me.
Right. Right. Like I said, after that, I was exhausted. I was like, Jay, get it good. All right. I'll give it a 6 with y'all too. You know what I mean? Definitely a 6. Jade, you get a 10. Matter of fact, an 11. We love you. All right, we're moving on. SmackDown. All right. Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns show. So it was kind of odd seeing Michael Cole stand in the ring, introducing Daniel Bryan. But as usual, and as right on time, you know what I mean? The tribal chief did come out to start the show and talk his smack, and that's set up for a match for later on. All right. Then you had the Street Profits that came out. They were supposed to be, I guess, going against King Corbin and Sami Zayn. You know, Sami Zayn, he's still on his making a documentary or whatever. And Corbin came out, disputed that. So we got Montez Ford versus King Corbin, in which King Corbin won. And then you had Angelo Dawkins versus Sami Zayn, which Angelo Dawkins won. Then we seen Reginald get fired by Carmella. Then we had Dominic Mysterio versus Chad Gable, and Dominic Mysterio won. I don't know why. Then you had Bianca Belair versus Shayna Baszler with Bianca Belair with it. Bianca, we love you. Love you. Giggity goo. Giggity goo. Then we had Cesaro and Murphy. That's why Murphy came back, and I guess him and Ray's daughter broke up. I guess it's one of those things, like with Adam Pearce, we're not going to get an explanation. It just pops up out of nowhere, but hey, it is what it is. Then we had Apollo, who I guess he seen Coming to America too, and was like, you know what, I'm going to change my gimmick. So on top of Wakanda, you know what I'm saying, Wakanda forever, and, you know what I'm saying, Zamunda, you know what I mean, we got Apollo from wherever he is, because he's a real African-American, which we will get into that. Mike, me and you had to talk about that. And for the main event, you had DB, Daniel Bryan, versus Jey Uso in a cage match. And if DB win, he faced Roman Reigns at Fastlane, because they were trying to, as DB was saying, trying to screw him out. Because ain't no way, you know, he won a triple threat with Edge and Roman Reigns. Now, he won that thing one-on-one. So if he win, it would have been one-on-one at Fastlane, and he won. So it will be Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns at Fastlane. All right. So what you guys think about SmackDown? And Hollywood, what you think about SmackDown?
Okay. What a guan, people? It's your boy, Rastamanti. I'm here today because me say, since everybody out here want to have the fake accents, me say, why can't me have the fake accent? Because me a real African American. No? Didn't work? No. No. Okay, didn't work. Okay. Just like that dumbass fucking gimmick that Apollo Crews is doing. Listen, Apollo Crews, man, I had hope for you, but this shit got to go. You got a spear for what? Why? What?
You talking Buffalo?
What does you have a spear for? Okay.
You know what
Black
it is?
Panther didn't have a
you know what it is?
Goddamn.
Drew has a sword, so he got to come out with a spear. Boom.
I guess. Okay, let's just get into the nitty-gritty. Okay, about SmackDown. Jimmy Uso, or whichever Uso that is, he's great. I like him.
Jay.
Jay Uso. He's great. He's good on the mic. He's a good heel. I like him. Roman's a great heel. I do not want to see Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. I'm sorry. I just don't. I just don't want to see it for the 80th time. I just don't want to see them fight. It doesn't make sense to me. He's going to crush him at Fastlane, or he's going to be a good match, or whatever. It just doesn't make sense. Let the champ get the night off. You know, if you want to extend that, heel persona, do like when Punk had the belt, and at TLC he was hurt, and he just sat in the Raptors and he watched the match. You know, give some intrigue. Make it Daniel Bryan versus Edge, because we're never going to see that match, and both of them, you know, one of them's going to be the champion, and then, you know, so make that be the number one contenders match. You know, Daniel Bryan comes in and say, "Hey man, I got cheated out, and you just came in here and speared him," and make them fight so we can see it. Give Edge a tune-up match. That makes more sense to me. Street Profits, they're winning me over. I really didn't like them at first. Montez Ford never seems to spill anything out of his cup. Which makes
I don't think there's anything in the cup, but he stay drinking some shit.
Yeah, I've seen him definitely drink something out of the cup, but he's a beast with that cup, man. Nothing spills. Even with 50 million cups dropping down on him, nothing spills. I'm getting into them. Sami Zayn, he's a great worker, but yeah, like I said, I don't see him doing much of anything else. Reginald, retire, please. You're there pointlessly. It makes no sense. Now
nobody wants you.
Huh?
Nobody wants him except Nia, and then Nia's gonna end up squashing his ass. She gets tired of him.
She thinks he's cute. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I hope nothing happens on screen.
Jose's gonna be mad.
What else, man? What else happened on SmackDown that was interesting? Oh, I did like the match between Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso though. That was a good match.
Cage match, yeah.
But I just
you ain't like Dominic Mysterio beating Chad Gable. You ain't like that. You wasn't feeling that.
Oh, here goes my gun. Load it up.
Here we go. Clip.
Rey Mysterio, if you get on your back one more damn time and go to the ring, that shit is not cool. It's not cool for the dad to jump on the son's back and walk to the ring. Stop. Please. It looks stupid.
Sure, yes.
You jump on the kid's back and then you like. I think Dominic Mysterio could be a good character. I just think that he needs to get away from his dad. They should put
that turn is coming.
Well, no, they need to put Ray on Raw. It doesn't even need to be a mean breakup or him turning heel or anything like that. Just put them on separate shows. He's never going to shine when his dad's there. Baron Corbin, unbelievable heel. Sucks as a wrestler, but he's a great heel. Yeah, man. SmackDown, I mean, it's what you come to expect with SmackDown. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. It was step it up though, WWE, please. Because it's gonna surprise you when I say my show of the week. So
right,
what?
Right. Quabo. What you think about SmackDown?
SmackDown was fucking something. It was something, bro. Acknowledge me. That's what I liked about SmackDown. Acknowledge me.
And the acknowledge me part always gets me, dog. Like no bullshit. I even got to the point, dog. Like, sir, my homeboys, like when we walk in the room, it's like acknowledge me. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Yo, but you know what? I like him. I like it when Roman Reigns interrupts Daniel Bryan. I love that. I felt like he was just long-winded. I was like, you know what? Thank you for coming out and cutting him out. Like, I one thing I don't like about Jey Uso is you be too hype, bro. Like, you know,
that's what he's supposed to do, Oos.
No.
He's supposed to be hype, Oos.
Okay, well, if you're going to be hype, don't get your ass beat by DB.
You're not going to be talking to the
Don't let that happen.
Like that, Oos. Get it straight, Oos.
Oos?
Keep on playing, Oos. You're going to catch these hands and I'm going to paint you, Oos. Jay gonna super kick the fuck out your ass.
Hey, look. I like Jay, but fuck that. I miss Jimmy, bro. But let's go to Roman. Look.
That was the difference.
Oos?
Oos? Who you talking to, Oos?
Oos?
Oh, man.
But yeah, so Roman, coming in there, doing what he had to do, delivered the intensity, delivered, the final boss look. I liked it. However, I don't want to see Daniel Bryan face Roman. I don't, bro. I actually would have liked Jay winning. And the match, albeit was fairly decent leading up to that with the Street Profits and Sammy, like he said, bro, Ray and Ray Jr., stop that shit, man. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. Okay. But I think one of my favorite moments in the entire episode of SmackDown.
Hold on. Pause that. I don't mean to cut you off. Pause that. So nobody's going to acknowledge the fact that Dominic Mysterio beat Chad Gable.
No, fuck that.
No. Why?
Fuck that. No.
Okay.
Why?
Carry on.
Hell no.
Chad Gable
I'm saying like
Ray Jr.
Chad Gable was Shorty G last year.
I won't acknowledge it if you carry your dad down the ring. I'm sorry. No. but the hilarious joke was the commercial progressive match flow with Seth being swung around, the little replay. That shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious, bro. Oh my gosh, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. That shit had me dying laughing. I was like, thank you for replaying that shit.
Yeah, Cesaro's my guy. Folks with Cesaro.
Yeah, before a cage match, bro. Yeah, I personally wasn't chanting yes at the end. I just turned off the TV and I was like, I'm done.
I have never chanted yes. I've never chanted yes ever.
What?
I'm a chant yeah or yeah. That's it. You ain't gonna get you ain't getting the yes out of me, bro.
I did
it during the Dutch movement.
I haven't done that shit like yeah.
Nah, I've never done that shit.
Oh, yeah, I've done that shit. Yep, enjoyed it too. So,
yes.
How would y'all rate the show? How would y'all rate the show?
Honestly,
Quavo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hollywood.
This was a C. This was a C. It could have been better.
Thank you.
This could have been better. That's why I rated a C.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a C minus. It was better than a D, but it was barely better than a D. So yeah. I say C. For me, like I say, on my Quagmire shit, it's always a good day when Bianca shows up. Love you. All right. So moving on. Load them up, Hollywood. Load them up, baby.
Snap. Oh, snap.
We got the pay-per-view this week. Well, in fact, tonight, 8 o'clock tonight, pay-per-view, AEW, Revolution 2021. All right. Go down the card. Y'all give me a second. Hold on. I got to drink my water for this one because, boy. This damn casino tag team battle royal, when I get down to that, oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go.
All the people that not gonna win.
Here we go. See how you do that, Jose? You just ignore them. Here we go. All right, so you got the Young Bucks versus Chris Jericho and MJF. Of course, you know Wardlow's gonna be in the corner. You got Team Taz, Brian Cage and Ricky Starks versus Sting and his son, Darby Allin. AEW World Women Champ match. Haruka Shida versus Ryu Musinamu. Then you got the big money match. Matt Hardy versus Hangman Page. Got the Face of the Revolution ladder match. Cody versus Scorpio Sky versus Kenta versus Lance Archer versus Matt Caster versus a TBA. So that should be interesting. You're funny. Then you're going to have Miro and Kip Sabian versus Mike's favorite wrestler, Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. And here we go. Let me get a sip of water.
Hold on, that made the pay-per-view?
What's that? Miro and Kip Sabian?
Oh, man, Cassidy? I'm about to kill this pay-per-view. Go ahead.
Okay, then we got the casino tag battle royal match. Let me get my notes up here. So these people were selected by lottery. I'm pretty sure that's some Tony Khan type shit. So you got Bear Country versus Dark Order 1 versus Dark Order 2 versus Dark Order 3 versus Santana and Ortiz versus The Butcher and the Blade versus Pac and Phoenix versus Top Flight versus Varsity Blondes versus the Siddell Brothers versus SCU versus Natural Nightmare versus Chaos Project versus the Gun Club. Shit. Okay.
It's a good thing you drank water before that.
You know what I'm saying? Stay hydrated, baby. Stay hydrated. Then we have the AEW World Championship match, which is an exploding barbed wire death match with Kenny Omega and John Moxley. So we're going to go down this shit together. Y'all give me y'all predictions. Matter of fact, you know what, Quavo?
Yeah.
Do you have a man? Because I want to let Hollywood unload on this thing, man. You ready?
I kind of just want to watch.
Enjoy.
I want to see like you ever want to just see fireworks to see shit burn down?
Now, I heard you say.
He's going Super Saiyan.
I heard you say you hope that the Young Bucks lose to Jericho MJF, Quavo. So I know where you stand with that. You know what I mean? And man, this is a hell of a card, man. Like a fucking exploding barbed wire death match. What the shit biscuit? Hollywood.
Lord have mercy.
Hollywood.
Yes.
Man. What are your predictions, man? Young Bucks versus Jericho and MJF, and this whole other card with Sting and his son.
Okay. All right. First of all,
oh my goodness,
Sting and his son. Okay, I'm just gonna be real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch this. I'm just gonna watch it. Probably not live because the NBA All-Star game is tonight.
Facts.
I don't know why they switched their pay-per-views from Saturday to Sunday. That was stupid.
Tony Khan thinks he's a genius.
Yeah, because they say they want to be anti-WWE, but they do everything WWE does. Like you had
empty the clip. Keep going.
You had a perfect mix on Saturdays where I could have watched this Saturday and then watch the NBA All-Star game. But because I'm obligated to a podcast, I got to watch this bullshit at some point. So, MJF, Chris Jericho versus Young Bucks. I don't really care. If the Young Bucks lose, I think that sets up the Good Brothers versus the Young Bucks. But then that's stupid because now the Young Bucks don't have the belt. So the match is not as big as it was before. So I see them retaining. Mero, Orange Cassidy. I can't believe they keep putting this guy on pay-per-view.
Which one?
Yeah. Which one?
Mero should have stayed in WWE. I've been telling y'all, like, it makes no sense that this man is doing the exact same thing that he was doing in WWE. Everybody can say, well, his wife was with Bobby Lashley. Yeah, Bobby Lashley. The damn storyline sucked, but the two men that were going against each other in the storyline made sense. He was two grown, big, giant, behemoth giant men going against each other is more entertaining than a guy that is a big old behemoth Rusev Crush guy.
Patria.
He's going against Orange Cassidy, a guy that fights with his hands in his pockets.
His hands in his pockets. And a guy that's named after a shoe.
Okay, what were the other matches? Because
I'm not naming that casino tag battle match.
Oh no, you don't have to.
You gonna do it all over again?
The team that should win, and this is what I mean by AEW's booking is horrible. You had LAX when LAX was one of the hottest tag teams and one of the hottest free agents in wrestling, which is Santana and Ortiz. You bring them into to AEW, and you bring them in as proud and powerful. I haven't heard anyone use that name since they first came. Okay, that's one. So, Santana and Ortiz. Do you know they've never fought for the championship belts? Never. And they were AEW originals. You know what I'm saying? So, that makes they do stuff that makes no sense to me sometimes. They should be the ones that are going to win, but I do see Pac and Phoenix coming out of this one. Hangman and Matt Hardy, Lord have mercy. I could not have not wanted another. This is another feud that's like, why?
Then it's like, well, the winner gets a quarter of the other person's salary or something like that.
Who cares?
Like the fuck? Hangman look like he need all his money.
Dog,
so
it's COVID, bro. Bama's is out here
right, right.
Give a fuck about them and their. What is the? Who cares? Okay, Hangman should win, but it's AEW is probably going to be Matt. Lord have mercy. They shouldn't. I mean, this match sucks. The barbed wire.
I think he's got a couple more bullets left.
The barbed wire doohickey match.
Now this one I will say again: exploding barbed wire death match for the AEW World Championship.
And they couldn't have sold it any worse with Kenny Omega sitting there banging and clanging. Like he's actually building the structure himself.
Duh, I was laughing so hard at how stupid that shit looked, bro.
Lord
you know what I'm saying? Because I actually know how to weld. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what in the fuck is he doing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Lord.
Somebody told me they fought 2 weeks ago for the titles. Okay, cool. Let me correct myself. Santana and Ortiz fought 2 weeks ago for the titles. Great. Either way, it was 2 weeks ago, and it was on fucking Dynamite. It wasn't on the pay-per-view, and you didn't maximize them. They are the second-tier team in the inner circle. Makes no sense. Point blank, period. It's like the outsiders being in the NWO, and then you having Scott Norton and Virgil be the tag team champions. It makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
The Death Brigade, or whatever the hell this match is called. Moxley, man, you should have stayed with Vince. At least you would have health insurance. Well, you probably won't have health insurance, but if you did get hurt, you would be recovered and patched up and doing regular stuff in the WWE the next day. Because this match, if you ever watch one of these matches, it's the worst type of match ever, because it's a whole bunch of sound effects and it's a lot behind the scenes you have to do. You know, the pyro guy got to be on point. The sound person got to be on point. I'm sure this is going to be a botcherific match.
Man.
At some point,
somebody's going to get hurt.
One of them is going to get hurt. It's definitely going to be Moxley.
Somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah, it's going to be Moxley. I just wish they could have just had a better match. You know, I do see now. Here's the big thing we need to talk about. Tony Khan, you promised us somebody big tonight.
Right.
If it is not CM Punk or Brock Lesnar,
which is
or The Rock,
which is not,
then you need to go home and shut up and go ahead and sell the business.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, it better be somebody of a high ilk. It has to be somebody of a high ilk. You promoted it all week that it's going to be somebody as high ilk. Because, see, when you let Big Show say it, it was okay. We was like, all right, well, it could be somebody like a Christian or Kurt Angle. You know what I'm saying? Because Big Show said it.
Even a Batista.
Right. Even a Batista. Well,
yeah, Batista could.
I don't want to see Batista.
Yeah, but Batista's not going to do it, though. He's not going to do it.
He ain't going to do it, but it could work.
But once you, Tony Khan, the guy, see, this is what you don't understand, the difference between you and Vince. Vince, if he would have let a wrestler come out and say, someone's returning this week, and it's going to be a big name, the wrestler would have said that. Vince wouldn't have came out behind the scenes after the show was off on a podcast and said, yeah, we're going to sign the biggest name. You put yourself in a hole where it has to be somebody huge. If it's Kurt Angle, I'm sorry, Kurt, great career. We've already seen it with Sting. You've already you've taken the luster of the big old guy, that comes back now, because you did it with Sting. So if it's someone else, and then you went for Big Show, and that it was news for a day. You know, people cared for a day, but after that, it's like, oh, whatever. We don't want to see. Say it,
please. Please say it. Unload that round, baby. Unload that one.
Do it.
You know what happened after the Shaq match? You know what it did? What happened with the Shaq match? Right after it, it made Big Show irrelevant. It made Big Show irrelevant because everyone and their mother said, "Okay, I don't want to see Shaq versus Big Show."
Thank you.
Shaq did so good that we now have put Big Show back to what he was in WWE. Like, why is he there? You know what I'm saying? So it can't be anybody of that. It has to be a Brock, Punk, a Rock, the Rock. It can't even be Stone Cold because we know it's not gonna be him. You know he's not wrestling. So whoever it is, listen, it better be big and it better be good. And that's all I got to say for this pay-per-view. I mean, I'm sure the women's match, I really don't care who wins, because their women's division is a joke. Their women's division is a joke. They got a lot of talented women in their women's division, and they don't really give them any shine. Big Swole is one of the people I like. I follow her on Twitter. She should be getting a bigger push.
Yes, I'm glad Nyla Rose didn't win.
Britt Baker is somebody that
I love Britt Baker.
Yeah,
she is fucking awesome.
Push. It can't, I just don't get it with them sometimes. It doesn't make any sense with them with some of the stuff they do. Like, I'm really, and I know people might say I sound like I'm upset with them right now, but I am kind of upset with them because they've really put themselves in a hole right now where tonight it can make or break them if it's not somebody of a big name. Because first of all, if it isn't Punk and if it isn't Brock and it isn't The Rock, the music that we hear when the person comes out is not going to be the same music we're used to hearing.
Right.
Which is going to make a huge difference.
A huge difference.
Because Brock, I'm pretty sure Brock owns his music, and I know Punk doesn't own the song, but, they can still lease it from Color Me Blind, the Cult and Personality, because UFC did it too, and that that's a real song. So right. I just don't see.
Good workout track too.
Huh?
Good workout track.
Yeah, I just don't get what they can do tonight that's going to make a difference. But hopefully we'll see. Hopefully we'll see. Hopefully everything that I just said is wrong, and they are better than ever. Whatever. I have no hopes.
Well, that boy unloaded the clip and threw a couple of grenades out there. I ain't gonna lie, I provided a couple of
called it a bomb strike too. Called it the airstrike. He said, "I have no hope." You heard him? I have no hope.
I just don't have them like the Hangman match, man. Like, what is the point?
Right.
At this point,
like you said, it's COVID. Like, they're just throwing around money like that and shit like that. Like, come on now.
Matt Hardy at this point they have used him so bad that at this point he doesn't elevate talent. If Hangman beats Matt Hardy, we're gonna look at it like, well, shit, that's what's supposed to happen. We're not gonna look at it like, oh my God, Hangman Page beat Matt Hardy, like it should have been. So I mean, if the Young Bucks beat it. That match is going to set the tone because I think that match they're probably going to put that first, knowing them, how they book their stuff. If it's not the first one, I could be wrong, but it's going to be
knowing them, I have a feeling you might be right.
Yeah, it might be the first match. It depends on the pace of that match, and it'll go from there. I mean, I just don't have. Again, I'm sorry, I don't have high hopes for this pay-per-view. The way that it's booked it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. If MJF and Chris Jericho lose, what do you do from here? Oh, they're beefing because they lost. One of them lost the match. Oh, who didn't see this coming? Chris Jericho and MJF feud. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here's my one prediction. Here's my one prediction for that. Right, it's probably for the show. Sam McCavea shows up, interferes. That's my prediction. Something happens because I don't think he's been seen for a minute. I don't think he's been seen for a minute. So I think he shows up, throws interference, and something happens with that.
There's no way they listen. That's a good prediction, Marshall. But there's no way Sammy Guevara should be the one that interferes in that match. It got to be the Good Brothers.
It would be more entertaining to see it as the Good Brothers. Yeah.
No. I think it would be more entertaining if it was Sammy Guevara. But I think that storyline wise, the way they back themselves into a whole, because you got to remember, and this is something that
that is true. They did take the shine away from Sammy.
And I'm glad you told me to hold this back, Marshall, because I didn't say this earlier, but it just came to my head. The Impact pay-per-view that's coming up. Not this one that's coming up, but it's another one coming up. I forgot the name of it.
Not Sacrifice, but the other one.
It's another one after Sacrifice. On the promo of that flyer, it has Kenny Omega's logo on it. So he's not losing tonight. He's not losing tonight. We know that. So it's going to be interesting.
So basically, and so basically John Moxley may disappear out tonight because he has been teasing, maybe I should leave. So maybe after tonight he explodes up, gets tangled up in that barbed wire because, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're doing all that crazy shit, man.
If he explodes, bro, I promise you, I'm going to break my TV.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
I'm a break.
Just record it.
What I got? The 65, the 6570 is going down.
Man, that joint is going down. I gotta.
Are you gonna put it through a table?
No, I'm gonna throw that joint off the roof. I'm on the third floor. I'm just gonna throw that joint out the window, bro. Like that. It's no way that he. It's no way that he went. Man, listen. Go, please, Quavo.
Did you enter all your rounds? All the grenades, the bag empty?
Are you sure? Sure?
I'm not done. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, man. The pay-per-view we were talking about was Genesis. But
yes, Genesis is coming up.
I didn't know he was on the card already, like on the Genesis. But well, I mean, it makes sense. But yeah, no, I feel you, dude. I feel like this pay-per-view has too many components that just shouldn't be in there. I feel like you're just trying to fill in time. But at the same time, I just want to do my picks. Let's see. I don't want Kenny Omega to win. That's the thing. But knowing that he's on the Genesis card, I guess. Street fight. Can we just have Sting and Darby Allin lose?
You noticed I stayed away from that, right?
Can you just have them lose?
Not gonna happen.
Call it a day? No, it's not gonna happen.
I didn't say not one word about that match.
Tasmanian Devil, I don't know. But let's go with the Young Bucks losing. I want them to lose, bro. I want to see Chris and MJF take it. That's me. Rio Mizunami. I feel like she could probably beat Hikaru Shida.
She need to whoop her ass after the way that she did her the other night. Gonna try to shake her hand now that she done smacked her, kicked her in the face.
Exactly. On, but at the same time, you know how AEW is, man. I don't know. They pull a lot of WWE shit, which I'm like, ugh. And then
no.
Yeah. Well, look.
Hold up, Quavo. Before you go on, let me just say this. Before you go on, right?
Okay.
I'm going to go to something that Hollywood says, right? And he's always saying when it comes to WWE, you can't always blame Vince. You dig what I'm saying?
No, I wasn't blaming Vince.
No, I'm not saying that you was. But for that instance there, you cannot blame AEW. That is on the competitor. If somebody sits there and smacks you in the face when you're trying to shake their hand, you are obligated to pay in that receipt.
That's true.
Yep. Not sit there and try to shake their hand again. No, pay them that receipt with interest.
Yep.
That ain't no AEW.
Yep.
That's
but we don't know if that was what they told him to do.
That is
fuck what they told them to do.
We don't know. We don't know though. That's what I'm saying. Like if we don't know, and that, like I said, speculation. I don't know if that was something she did for the sake of doing it. I mean,
that was. If I agree with Jose. If that was what she was told to do, then she did what she was told to do, and that is on AEW. But I get what Marshall is saying that sometimes as a wrestler,
you gotta be like, fuck it.
I mean, not necessarily fuck it. Like if they give you a script to read, you can add words in there. You know,
that is true. You can improvise a little bit.
Improvise a little bit, and you know, sometimes it's called
make it your own.
It's called going into business for yourself. I'm not saying that she should have went into the business for herself, but I get what Marshall's saying. Like she better win.
Yeah. Hey, you know who used to do that all the time, and used to look great doing it. A great legend who used to go into business for themselves, and it worked. Dusty Rhodes.
Facts. So let's keep going. This ladder match, if that is not Punk, I agree with Hollywood. If that ain't Punk, I'm turning off my TV.
Yeah, that's the only person I'm interested in.
No, the ladder match is not the person that they signed. That's that's what I'm saying. It's two different.
And that's people. Another one. That is true. Damn. Who are they going to put in that? Who are they going to put in that match?
If Kurt Angle's in the ladder match, then that's cool. If it's Christian in the ladder match, that's cool. Christian has a career of ladder matches. Woo, 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 woo.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot be the person that they promoted as the big signing, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's just facts.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, like it's something that's it's something that is still building anticipation, but I don't want it to build anticipation. I just want to see it already. But this big money match, yeah, if Hangman doesn't beat Matt Hardy, I mean, what was the point of all of this? But if Matt Hardy wins, it's just gonna keep recycling that Adam Page can't win type bullshit. And I'm just like, dog, I'm done with it. Let's move on to something else. Miro, Kip Sabian, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor. I didn't even know y'all were gonna be on the card, but yeah, I honestly, I agree with Hollywood. Let Orange Cassidy win. Get Miro out of there, bro. Miro, just come on, man. Tag team battle royale. It's interesting. I don't know, man.
28 bounds. That's basically almost like a 30-man battle royal.
It's exhausting. It is, but we'll see who wins. It's too many, bro. And I'm not going to put you through that hassle of naming all of them all over again.
You're not going to do it.
But you know who I really want to see win in the pre-match show? I actually want to see Britt Baker and Rebel win, bro. I thought, I actually kind of like Thunder Rosa a little more, but still, I feel like Britt Baker been putting in that work, man. So having her win that pre-show, I think would be good to give her a little bit more shine. So yeah, I think that's not too bad for a Revolution. I just feel like this is like a revamp of last year's Revolution. Like I don't want to see Kenny Omega and Moxley go again, but I guess Young Bucks losing again.
You're right. That was last.
It's like,
year.
Why? Why do I want to see that again? But at the same time, I guess I'll see it again against two individual competitors, and this time they're going to win again because they lost last time to Paige. And who was it? Omega. So it's like, I mean, it is what it is. But that's why I want Jericho and MJF to win, because it's like, if y'all are going to revamp this, then all right, change the titles again. Go for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So y'all remember that's tonight at 8 on pay-per-view. Revolution 2021. All right. Anybody got any final thoughts on that, or y'all done with Revolution? I don't have anything else to say on it.
I think I'm good with Revolution. I just want to see it at this point. Let's you know what? Fans, what do y'all think? Put it in the comments. What y'all think about Revolution?
What are y'all predictions out there? You know what I'm saying? What do you think is going to happen tonight? Who do you think is going to win? You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not repeating that casino tag team battle royale. So if you're listening live, you know what I'm saying? Go back after we wrap up and fast forward to the part. You can hear me listing them all over again. You know what I mean? Power of technology, baby. We love you. All right. So this next part of the show, we're going to current news. All right. And man, let me tell you, some shit been going down. First of all, let me just say, Bow Wow and Soulja Boy, if y'all don't sit y'all 105-pound ass down somewhere, coming from my boy Randy, talking that shit. Okay, so has anybody seen Young Rock? I've been watching Young Rock. All right.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited.
You haven't watched it yet? Okay. One thing that Young Rock learned at a young age, Andre the Giant told him is, you do not use the F word. All right. And here Soulja Boy is saying, using the F word, saying what they do is fake. Now, everybody know you don't say that shit, man. Let me see you get hit with a steel chair. Let me see you get thrown off of 15 feet up in the air, 40 feet up in the air, and land on something that's not an air mattress, like some wood and a little gym mat. And you tell me how you feel if that shit fake. All right? I didn't put my brother, you know what I'm saying, the other half of the BOD in almost every wrestling hole. And he's put me in almost every wrestling hole. So guess what? I know how to put it on, and I know how I feel. So Soulja Boy, Bow Wow, I can't wait for y'all motherfuckers to get in there and get y'all ass well. Quabo, Hollywood, what y'all think about the nonsense that them two bounders was talking?
Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. But I want to see Soulja get in there and get punted. That's me personally. I definitely want to see that because Orton has been waiting. The Viper's been waiting to strike. I need to see it.
You know what? Quavo? I said this earlier. Hey, Marco Stunt, this is the job I got for you. Go take out Bow Wow and Soulja Boy, and let's see what you can really do. All right? Go take out them motherfuckers. That's your job, Marco Stunt.
That's a great idea, actually. That's
you know what I'm saying?
That idea.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the ratings now.
I'm with Quavo. Mm-hmm. I'm with Quavo. I'm just going to tell you this, Soulja Boy. You'll probably never listen to this podcast, but if you do, this is words of wisdom. Sign the WrestleMania contract now because you do not want to be kicked on Raw. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be more people watching WrestleMania, but in WrestleMania, they tend to do things the right way in WrestleMania. So he won't punt you like crazy on WrestleMania. But if you show up to Raw, he's going to punt the concussion through your whole body. Okay? He's going to punt you so hard that you won't feel your toes for a good 5 minutes. He's going to punt you so hard, he's going to win the NFL punting record that night. He's going to punt you so hard that you're going to be punted. You're not going to be Soulja Boy Tell him no more. Or Miss Young Draco. You're going to forget your name. Because he's going to punt you. I'm not
talking about going to business for yourself. He's going to go into, everybody's going to go into business for themselves.
I'm not so as enthused as Bow Wow. I don't really care about Bow Wow because Bow Wow just been talking. This is Bow Wow for the last 10 years now. This is him talking is nothing, whatever. But Soulja Boy, if you step foot in that ring, first of all, you better go to AEW. They'll protect you.
Tully gonna take care of him over AEW like he did with Marco Stunt.
You better not step foot in that WWE ring. You better not. You better listen. Nope. That's all I got to say about that.
Quavo. What'd you think about that mess, man?
Man, I feel. See, man, Marco Stunt and see, like I told you, bro. Seeing how Tully handled that earlier this week had me laughing, and I was like, "It's about time, bro. It's about time." And yeah, if Soulja's gonna step in the ring, send him to AEW. He'll be safe there. I
don't think he's safe anywhere because he took the F-bomb. I don't think he's safe anywhere.
Nah. He'll be safe there because Vince would be like, as long as you don't step over there in AEW, you'll be fine, Randy.
And like we just said, somebody's going to go into business for themselves, and 9 times out of 10, as Mike pointed out, it's going to be Randy. So you step in that ring with the Viper if you want, brother. Hey, you thought his boy showed up to your house and punked you talking about the fight? Shit. All right. So next, as we talked about earlier, you know what I'm saying, what do y'all think about the possibilities of Batista, Kurt Angle, or Christian joining AEW?
Boo.
I think Batista already ruled himself out.
Boo. Next.
Quavo?
I wouldn't mind seeing Batista. I feel like Captain Charisma wouldn't work at AEW. I just feel like it wouldn't. It wouldn't work.
It's never, especially with no fans.
I don't want to hear a new Batista song.
Oh. They ain't got no pyro for Batista in AEW.
They got enough pyro.
They got enough pyro.
Think about that.
they're probably gonna throw in some streamers too, just for the fun of it.
Right, certain people can't go because of their music, man. Like, and I know people like they could just give him a new song. No, it's just not gonna be the same feeling. You know, Batista's one of those people that's like, if he just shows up in the song, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, if you don't hear it, you're fine.
If John Moxley ever goes back to WWE and he's Dean Ambrose, as soon as you hear that, or you hear that Delta, chill, that's gonna be the biggest pop ever. You know what I'm saying? But if Batista goes, or somebody like Christian would be a good name to go, but he better not be that name that Tony Khan was promoting. Like I said, he'll be a good person for the ladder match. He can't be who Tony Khan has been promoting. He cannot.
Right.
Okay. All right. And
Edge would have worked.
Oh yeah, Edge would have definitely worked.
For AEW, yeah, that definitely will. Oh, man.
Have Christian come in the ladder match and then have Edge. What? That would have been shit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. In other news. And just going to touch over this real brief. All right. Tune in Wednesday for more. But a quick shout out, rest in peace to Jim Crockett Jr., who passed away this week. We send our well wishes to his family, and prayers are with you. Once again, tune in Wednesday for more on that. Okay. And fellas, there was a Big Cass signing. Big Cass was out there in the ring doing his thing, saved his buddy Enzo, who looks like shit. What y'all think about Big Cass out there saying he's getting himself together, getting himself well? We talked about mental health on this show before. We are all advocates of taking time to get yourself mentally healthy and take care of yourself. So what do y'all think about Big Cass coming back saying, he's getting well and doing what he got to do for him?
I actually liked Big Cass. I think I'm glad that, he's taking care of himself, taking care of his mental health, doing that kind of lifestyle, working this kind of industry. It takes a toll on your physical, your mental, your emotional, all of it. So, seeing that he's getting back to a place where he can maintain it and manage it and still, do the work that he loves to do for the fans, I applaud him for taking that initiative, and I hope he continues to keep it up. I like seeing him in the ring. It was enjoyable.
Okay. Hollywood?
You kind of messed it up when you went to the sentiments of the mental health and stuff. So I'm just going to keep it simple. I just hope Big Cass is okay, man. That's all that matters to me, that he's okay. And yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, shout out Big Cass. Hey, keep doing your thing, baby. So next, and I guess this really caught my eye and my ear, because I'm like, okay, this dude's still talking shit. So this week we had Odd Man Johnson back in the news talking smack about Mark Henry. You know what I'm saying? Called Mark Henry Magilla Gorilla. What y'all think about that shit, man? I thought Odd Man was done, didn't y'all? I thought he was off somewhere retired, enjoying life somewhere. This dude is like stink meter, dog. This is mad at hey, nigga, you some Magilla Gorilla, nigga.
He said we gotta code black at the gate.
You know what I'm saying? He hit the middle of the
Uncle Ruckus, dog. Why?
Magilla Gorilla, like damn. So Mark Henry clapped back, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, Mark, he needs to look in the mirror. Come on, Mark. You better
Mark is too nice, bro. Mark, be an asshole sometimes, dog.
Yeah, but come on now. Odd Man Johnson come out and sound like stink meter. What do y'all think?
Well, I think that Mark Henry wrote a letter that the WWE wrote him to read. I agree with Jose. In that situation, he could have been a lot more petty. But I get it. He handled it like a grown man, so I respect him. Ahmed Johnson, dude, stop, please. You're one of the reasons why we didn't have a black champion for so long. Because of you, a lot of people suffered, and a lot of people had to wait. Kofi Kingston had to wait a long time. Bobby Lashley had to wait a long time. And I hate to be this serious, but just please stop. A lot of people didn't get the chances because of how you look, and it's wrong. Let me be the first to say it's wrong that other people didn't get those chances because of you, but because you know they didn't get those chances because of you, just be quiet, man. If you don't have anything good to say about wrestling or your experiences in wrestling, just leave it alone, man. You just be going off sometimes, and it's like, dude, for what? Like, and then you be going off on people, like, you just be going off, and it's just stop, man. Like, it's not cool. It's not helpful for our culture. It's not helpful for the wrestling community. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear you talking negative about people. Now, I don't mind if you're defending yourself. You know, if someone says something about you and, you know,
right.
If you're defending yourself, then I don't mind. But you just going off on a rant, it's just not cool, man, at this point. Like I said, a lot of black people, young black men, young black women, didn't get the opportunities because of you, because of your failures and how you treated it. So they treated the rest of us like that. And just unfortunate. You know, it's just unfortunate that we have to, after Black History Month, we have to talk about this. And yeah, man, I just, you know, hopefully, you know, he got
it's a week out of Black History Month. Like, I think he said this shit on like the 3rd.
He got to, you know what I'm saying? They got to be in their 50s, right?
It's probably older than that.
Yeah, so like, dude, let it go, man. Like, you know.
Yeah, he's like in his 60, 50 or 60.
Yeah, man, you let it go, and just move on, man, and just try to live life the best way. I mean, it's hard for me to tell somebody if they personally feeling a certain way about something, how to feel. But yeah, Mark. I mean, Ahmed. Hopefully, you can find some. Yeah, both of you. That was a shot to both of them. Yeah, I got that. Hopefully, you guys can, because Mark Henry, you do it too. You're very critical of people and talk a lot. Yeah, man. You know.
Hey, Ryback and Ahmed Johnson gonna gang up on Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Mark Henry better have some backup.
Yeah.
Quabo, what are your thoughts?
McGilla Gorilla. McGilla Gorilla. Why?
With the Bernie Mac. Remember Bernie Mac said that? McGilla Gorilla. R.I.P. Bernie Mac. Yeah, I love me some Bernie.
Oh my gosh! I feel, you know, for entertainment purposes, I enjoyed it. And see, I enjoyed to get a laugh, but at the same time, it's not a good laugh. It's not a healthy laugh. This is not an edifying laugh. So
Mark specifically put how he doesn't like being referred to as a monkey, which is why they stopped calling him the Silverback. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he took this to offense. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jose.
No, and I believe he took it to offense too, because, you know, think about it. He's been, I guess, labeled as like a freak of nature. You know, he was the world's strongest teenager. And, you know, there's a body and build. So expectation wise, you know, everybody always holds Mark up to a higher level, but he's the same as anyone else who steps in that ring. You get what I'm saying? And for Ahmed,
let's retire, Mark. You don't need to get back in the ring.
Yeah, you don't gotta acknowledge Ahmed, bro. He ain't laced up boots in a long ass time, dog.
You want a mask? Go find Ahmed and beat his ass for him and Ryback find you together.
For real, do that shit underground, unrestricted, or on AEW Dark.
Oh, man,
I don't know.
You just said a name. It better not be no goddamn Ryback tonight.
Oh, it better not be. Damn.
It better not be no Ryback.
Crap. Why? Damn. Now we're gonna think about this.
And there were rumors that he was in contract talks 2 weeks back.
It better not be no damn Ryback tonight. I tell you that much.
Oh man.
In the ladder match, or just as the
Ryback better not be on
the big name. The big name. Is Ryback the big name? Oh my. Listen. World fans.
It'll be scrapped from the show next week.
If you see that Ryback shows up next week, make sure you have your ass here next Sunday. Just make sure that you're here.
What's Ryback's real name?
I have no idea. I don't care.
Skip something. What was his name before?
I have no idea.
It was Skip something.
It wasn't Skip to my Lou.
No, it was Skip something. It was Skip something.
Was it Sheffield?
Yes, Skip Sheffield.
Some Sheffield, right?
They're going to be like this on AEW. Oh my God, it's Skip Sheffield. you know they
Skip.
can't say the real name. They're gonna be like, it's Skip Sheffield.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my God. We haven't seen this beast in a long time.
It's time to feed him.
Right, because you know they gotta say they can't say
feed him
They
more.
can't say feed him more. It's time to feed him.
For him to eat. It's time for him to eat.
Give him more.
You can't even use the word feed. You can't even use the word feed. You got to use another word. It's time for him to devour. It's time for him to chomp. It's time for him to snack.
Pan dudes. I don't care. It better not be. I'm surprised Kent is working another match for AEW.
Money must be good.
Nah.
Yeah.
He just lives in Florida.
Could be. It's Tony.
He just lives in Florida. Oh, okay.
Yeah, him.
Shout out to Florida, man. Shout out to the fans of Florida. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jacksonville. And here's the thing, right? I've been to Jacksonville like numerous times. Love Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a beautiful city. Like when you're driving over the bridge and you see the Jaguars billboard, I've never seen a billboard like the Jaguars have in my life. I'm like totally pissed that Daniel Snyder doesn't have something like that for my football team. You know, so Dan, fuck you, do better. But Jacksonville's a beautiful city. It just needs to stop snowing in that one section for like, you know what I'm saying, whenever it does.
I think Sting lives there. I think it just snows whenever Sting shows up.
If he lived there, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, like
oh my God, it's Ryan Reeves.
Like, yo.
Do y'all know who Ryan Reeves is?
Who's Ryan Reeves?
Ryback.
It's Ryback. Oh man, that's his real name.
Yeah, Alan Ryan, well, something like that. But
that's what they'll say then.
I think on Wikipedia it says his name now is officially Ryback Alan Reeves.
Yeah, he probably changed it. He probably changed it.
Yeah. Did he do what Warrior did? Did he go by Ryback like Warrior did?
No, his name is Ryback Alan Reeves now.
Like McLovin.
Yeah.
But he added
so his official name is
he
Ryback.
added the last name with the hyphen at the end.
He Ryback. They probably could.
They better not.
Right front. It's right front. Oh my God. It's right front.
This beast.
It's buyback. Oh my God. It's buyback. Buyback is here. When was the last time that you seen buyback?
Tony Khan, let me let you know, because we're going to end this show soon. Tony Khan, tonight is your judgment night. If you give us any bullshit.
It's the Shockmaster. Oh my God. It's the Shockmaster.
We're gonna next week. If you thought we were bad this week, boy, we're gonna come in here.
We can totally get worse.
You know,
trust us.
We might mess around and just at midnight tonight, just do a random stream, just to tell you.
Ooh.
We do not like
you. Fucked up.
But go ahead, Marshall. Take heed.
Are you starting to pull a Tony Khan? Are you starting to pull a Tony Khan? Midnight service?
Hey, he just came in to put a whole ad.
Hi, I'm Tony Khan, and this is my paid ad impact. I'm giving you guys viewership. And you guys haven't been anything in years, but I'm keeping the doors open because I'm Tony Khan. Tell him, Tony.
Oh my God. It's Sting! Hey, who the fuck was that they gave? Was that Milser? They gave him Booker of the Year?
He gave Tony Schiavone Announcer of the Year, and he gave Tony Khan Booker of the Year, yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
He gave The Fiend worst heel of the year.
Oh my Lord.
Worst heel of the year.
Oh my Lord. I know Pipe Bomb is over there tearing his fucking Man cave up. The Captain America shield has been thrown across the wall and sticking out the wall.
He's been texting me.
The Hulk figurines are on the floor. Batman, we don't even know where Batman is. He might be through a wall.
He's in his man cave just snapping his fingers with his Infinity Glove on, trying to turn back time.
Has his Thanos gauntlet in his hand. Nothing's happening.
I need Dave Messer gone.
They charged me full price for this bullshit. I can't believe it.
He's texting me during this whole podcast, telling me different things, and like he wants to be on the show, I think, still. But the problem is
he needs to admit that he loves pizza with ketchup.
Yeah, he don't want to admit that he wants to be back with us, and he wants to get trashed by me every week. You know,
hey,
that's the real reason.
Say you love pizza with ketchup.
That's the real reason why he doesn't want to be on here. Once I inserted myself on the show, then it was a whole different show. You know, I come in here, me and Marshall are like a team. I don't really say nothing bad about Marshall. Quabo, you got 3 more weeks. You know, it's just some questionable shit today that I was like, hold on, man.
Yeah, like that. The fuck?
I was like, when you gave, what show did you give a C? Impact.
Oh, man.
Impact.
Yeah.
Impact. He gave, that's something else we got to talk about. And Marshall.
I gave it a C for Colin, but I gave it a D overall.
No, this is what we need to talk about. I don't know which school system you guys went to, but a 6 and a 5 is not a C. Okay? A 4 is not a C. Somebody said, I'm going to give him a 4, but it's a C. What? That's a failing grade. A 4 1 out of 10? What kind of school?
I was being funny because I didn't think it was really that good, so I was hoping that he would have like lowered it. So
when he said C at first, I said, what? Hold
on. I was trying to insert myself, I was trying to project my rating onto him, but it didn't work.
Well, you know, Quavo's his own man. He has many of Instagram pages. I just saw today, 3 of them liked the picture of me, and I was like, oh man, I got 3 likes.
I just opened up a new one too.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Like
you got 3 likes and it's all from the same person.
Yes, it's the same things posted on all of the Instagram pages. Nothing different.
You got too much time on your hands, man.
He's taking over Instagram. He's buying all
sweet
the space.
Plug.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but go ahead, Marshall. I'm sorry.
He's taking over. He's taking over like Ultron. Damn. Hey, if y'all haven't checked it out, man, once again, check out Coming to America 2. You know what I'm saying? Check out my boys Tony Cash, Gaming Pad Podcast on Thursdays too. You know what I mean? So after you watch Coming to America, like listen to Tony Cash and then listen to my girls on Facts. Shout out to Miss Trini and the girls. You know what I'm saying? The 6 lovely ladies of the Facts crew. It's like I say, you got 5 hilarious ladies over there and 1 that's like off the fucking meat racket. Tune in to find out which one is off the fucking chain. But I guarantee you, you're going to love the show. You know what I mean? Hollywood. Quabo.
Yes, sir.
Had a good time today, man.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Me say, listen,
and it's never a yes.
Me Bumba Clyde said me real African-American.
Real African-American.
You heard me loud and mercy. Shout out to Ooze.
Where you from? Right near the beach.
Right near the beach.
So, oh man, excuse me, that was. Paolo, I hope you do something with that shit, man. I really do.
Stop.
Oh man, Triple H's gonna come out there and he gonna set you right like he did Kofi. Yeah. Did you not learn?
Yeah.
Did you not learn?
Yeah. You got.
When you say Mike, it's just Kofi Kingston in reverse.
Huh?
Would you say it's Kofi Kingston in reverse?
He's going to have for the rest of his career now.
Oh man!
He's going to have to come out the rest of his career talk about he's a Nigerian African.
I hope he's been practicing that accent. That shit is still weak to me.
I hope that is because he came out and said that was his real accent. So that's. Because some cats
dialect.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look. Tom Holland, right? I didn't know Tom Holland's voice was the way that it was. I thought he sounded like Peter Parker from Spider-Man. Whole T. He from like England or something, right?
Yeah,
or Australia or something.
Not no goddamn on Tom Holland.
We about to find out in 6 months. That's probably going to be as long as he can hold that joint. You know what I mean? But hey, Hollywood, why don't you let the people know where they can find you on the social media platforms, man?
You can find me everywhere, man. Unlike Quabo, I only have one of each. I have Mike T 304 On Twitter, Michael Turner on Facebook. Also, M Turner 304 on Instagram. I'm gonna change it so it matches the rest of the stuff soon. Also, 613 Faye on Twitter, 613 Faye Productions on Facebook, and 613 Faye DMV. I did my investigations. Jose stole the regular 613 page, Instagram page, so I had to name it DMV. But yeah, man.
Okay. All right, Quabo, tell the people on the millions and millions of platforms.
The millions. You can find Quavo at Jose.
Quavo-1, Quavo-2, Quavo-3,
Quavo-dash all Quavos. If it's a Quavo, Quabo. Just remember, B as in boy. Quabo 8, the number 8 on any platform. Facebook. I got a Pinterest too, y'all. We out here. But yeah.
Every platform. About to be in charge of my damn social media
Twitter,
account, man.
Let's get it. Tumblr. Come find me. You're going to be able to check out In the Four Corners podcast clips, funny shit. And at the same time, you'll also find some stuff that I check out on the 613 Faye channel as well. You know, facts, it's hilarious if you listen to it. And Tone and Cash, they are very knowledgeable about games, man.
Hold on. It's only right, because I've been quagmiring out over other wrestlers. So it's only right. It's Women's Appreciation Month. You know, so it's only right that I have a quagmire moment for my facts crew. Giggity goo girls. Giggity goo. I love them. I love you. I'll say I love you. Giggity goo. Giggity goo.
Giggity goo.
There you go. And you good, Quavo? Did you get all your platforms out there?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I had to have my quagmire moment on. And I am your host, Marshall, Mr. Soul Simmons. You can find me on Twitter at Soulboy1521. Also on Instagram and Facebook under Marshall Simmons. Once again, this has been a 613 Faye Productions. As Hollywood said, you catch it on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Instagram 613 Faye DMV. Facebook 6/13 Faye Productions. And you already know the 613 platform on YouTube, baby. And as we always say here, leave this shit I gotta start over.
It's because Hollywood's on the show. That's why he was messing it up last time, and he's making it rub off on you. Come on, you got this. You got this, Soul Man.
We got ready. Y'all ready?
You're a man. You're a boy.
Hey, lead it to the professionals. Don't try this at home, and we out.